Who's in? Who's out? Today's injury report is presented by Mass General Brigham, the official medical provider of BC Athletics.
Big injury for SMU. Their quarterback, Preston Stone, out with a broken leg. He started the majority of the season. Kevin Jennings gets the start today. He started their AAC championship game, a game they won against Tulane. BC, Christian Mahogany has opted out. Not an injury, but he's going to the NFL draft. First team All-ACC guard. Joe Griffin is out with a non-football injury. Jack Conley starts at right guard for Christian Mahogany because Jude Bowery is also out with an injury. He was backing up Mahogany throughout the year. Our quarterback, Scott Mutrin, is healthy. He has to brave the elements today at Fenway. Mute, you played one bowl game in your career. I know you look back on that fondly, but a quarterback today might have trouble gripping a football.
Yeah, it could be tough with the weather and the wetness, and Thomas Castellanos he's not the biggest guy, so he doesn't have big hands. But, you mentioned our bowl game meet, and it's kind of a similar situation. We were playing Kansas State, who is a team that was, 10 and I think they were 11-1, and they were disappointed that they were playing in the Aloha Bowl. They felt it was beneath them to play Boston College, and they kind of prepared that way. And BC, we came out with one of the most dominant defensive performances I've ever seen. Mike Mamula, Stephen Boyd, and company. I don't think they crossed midfield until the fourth quarter. So there's something to be said about that. Maybe they're saying all the right things, that they're not disappointed to be playing Boston College, but BC should capitalize on and use that emotion to their advantage. When you look at their strength of schedule and everybody that SMU has played this year, and now you're playing a backup quarterback that, although he's had some game experience, he hasn't played a ton, and we've seen that, there's growing pains that come with that, and with all the bowl preparation that you have, all the wrinkles and different things that you can add in, if you make it difficult for him to not trust his eyes and make it hard on Kevin Jennings and control the line of scrimmage, then BC has a chance of it. Hopefully SMU is going to sleepwalk through it like Kansas State did almost 30 years. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, almost 30 years ago. And
hey, I was there. There.
Yeah. So
wow, the 30-year anniversary of Meli Kalikimaka. My goodness.
Somewhere Bing Crosby's rolling over.
I had some of that at dinner.
I do not doubt it. You're an eclectic man. This is BC Game Day. Coming up, we'll hear from the coach, Jeff Halley, as we approach kickoff at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl between SMU and Boston College. Keep it here on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Source Promo is the best choice for your company's branded promotional products and wearable needs. Source Promo works with you like an agency would and provides better service and pricing than the mega promo places you see on TV. When your brand or business needs help finding just the right thing for your promotional activation, sponsorship, staff engagement, or customer appreciation event, go to sourcepromo.com to get the conversation started. Source Promo is proud to be a partner of Boston College Athletics. Go Eagles!
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Whether it's a Hail Mary or the Frozen Four, this is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Has the record rainfall taken a toll on your home? Dealing with damage to your roof can be an overwhelming experience, but with Mighty Dog Roofing, you can rest assured that you're in good hands. Whether it's the roof, gutters, or siding, with Mighty Dog Roofing, you're more than just a customer. You're our top priority. BC graduates and owners Tony Munchak and Amy Highland will help you restore your home to its former glory. Call Mighty Dog Roofing in Needham today. Your home's best friend. Go Eagles!
State Electric's commitment to client satisfaction and excellence drives them to deliver best-in-class electrical contracting services on time and on budget. With more than 30 years' experience executing the most challenging and complex commercial, utility power, rail transit, and low-voltage systems projects throughout the Boston area, State Electric gives their clients the peace of mind that they will deliver proven experience and powerful performance on every job. Let's go Eagles and light up the competition.
College game day continues with this week's Coach's Corner. Now, alongside head coach Jeff Halley, here's John Meter-Perrell.
Jeff, before we get into the Fenway Bowl, tell us about this week and what it's been like for BC to experience Boston.
It's been outstanding to have our own families and then obviously our team, our family together, celebrate Christmas together, do some things in the community, giving back to the community. There were really some special moments there. Obviously got to practice in our own facility, which is always helpful. We got better. We continue to get better. We continue to develop our players. I thought the Fenway Bowl did a phenomenal job of welcoming us, and really the hotel and everything about it was first class.
You guys actually got to play some baseball the other day?
We did. Last night we got to play some baseball, threw the ball around, hitting the batting cage. Guys had a lot of fun. Some guys looked really good and others looked really bad.
The Red Sox might not be signing them anytime soon. When you heard about going to the Fenway Bowl a month ago, what was your reaction?
Excited. Just excited to get a chance to play in another game. Excited when we got the chance to play a nationally ranked team. I think maybe some of the players were disappointed first. Didn't get to go on a plane and get somewhere else. But once you get here, you feel like you're on a trip regardless, and it's been really nice. So excited and grateful.
I think one of the underrated aspects of any bowl is the 15 practices. What did that mean to the team?
It's like having another spring football. The development for the young players and even the older guys and the coaches. It's just, you wish you wish when you look at around and you talk to some of your buddies who are in a bowl game, and you wish everybody got a chance to have the 15 practices, because there's nothing like developing your own players and getting them better. So it's probably more important than anything you can do is to have those practices.
What did you learn about the team this year?
I learned they're resilient, and I learned that they believe in Boston College, and they believe in each other, and they believe in the coaches. I think, anytime you face adversity and you're able to fight through it and go on a run like we did, I think it says a lot about them. And then to get into a bowl game and really basically keep your team intact, I think that says a lot. And I think that's really gives us a boost of confidence going forward.
You said all week they're one of the best teams you've played this year. What do they do well?
They do everything well. And I don't say that to be coach speak. They're scoring more than 40 points a game. They hold people under 17 a game. They're good on special teams. They can throw it. They can run it. They got a good old line. They're old. They're experienced. They're going to lose a lot of players next year, and I know he's hitting the portal again to try to reload it, but they're an experienced team with older, talented players.
Offensively, what do you have to do to attack their defense?
Well, I think one is going to depend on the weather conditions for tomorrow. It's based on the rain, based on what it looks like out there. We're going to have to do what we do and run the ball, but we got to hit more explosives. That's something we lacked late in the season. We got to get the ball down the field or get those explosive runs. You can't always count on a 16, 17, 18 play drive, because usually bad things happen in those moments, and it's hard to sustain.
Defensively, they're facing an offense that's explosive, similar to a lot of ACC teams you've faced. What do you have to do to slow them down?
Well, one, their wideouts are really good, and they play a lot of them. They're 6'7" guys with, looks like, between 25 and 30 plus catches. Tight end is really athletic. We know him well. Obviously, he started a different quarterback because their starter was injured, but very athletic. He wants to get you on the edge. He wants to run it. Keeps his eyes down the field. And then their backs are good. People keep asking, this is an ACC team. Does this look like it? Yeah, this does. This looks like a team that would finish in the top of the ACC this year, clearly. They're a top 25, 17 team, whatever ranking you look at. They got good players.
Finally, what do you have to do to pick up your first bowl win?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big team effort. It's got to be one of those games where we create turnovers on defense and steal possessions. Defensively, we got to eliminate their explosives because that's what they thrive on, the big plays. Offensively, we got to take care of the ball. We got to establish the run. But we got to hit explosives of our own. And that's the thing I've challenged the offensive staff and the offensive players with all bowl season is I love it. I want to be able to run it. But we got to get the ball. We got to get some big plays.
All right, Jeff, Happy New Year to you and your family, and good luck today.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Happy New Year, everybody.
Jeff Halley on BC Game Day. Our kickoff from Fenway Park is next.
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
This is JP Plunkett, BC 93. I'm excited to join my classmates this fall in celebration of our 30th reunion and to reminisce about coaches Bicknell and Coughlin and players like Willie Hicks, Glenn Foley, and Mike Mamula. I'm also excited about my firm, Red Dome Realty, commercial, sales, leasing, and advisory. We focus on Eastern Massachusetts and reach beyond via my relationship with NAI Global, 617-999-4993. Red Dome Realty, 617-999-4993. Go get 'em, Eagles.
For Boston.
For Boston, we sing our proud refrain.
This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are almost set to fly across the gridiron. Learfield presents Boston College football at the Fenway Bowl.
Past the 25 to the 20 to the 15 goes Bond to the 10 to the 5 towards the end zone and in. Lewis Bond is the Eagle in the end zone and Boston College is on the board.
Live play-by-play coverage on the Boston College Sports Network is brought to you by Apex Entertainment. Experience the thrills. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Cambridge Savings Bank. We treat every customer like our only customer. Chestnut Hill Technologies. Technology consulting and integrated services delivered by Coca-Cola. Take a taste. Empower. Take control of your financial future to empower what's next. By Great Hill Dental, the Boston area's premier dental group. Hajar's. Big, athletic, tall men's clothing. Mass General Brigham, the official medical provider of Boston College Athletics. By McGovern Auto Group, the official auto group of Boston College Athletics. Red Dome Realty, boutique agility with big firm might. By State Electric, proven experience, powerful performance. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service, we're always here to get you there. By Village Bank, your village, your bank. And by Wegmans Meals to Go, delicious meals delivered.
He's got the first down to the 40 to the 30 to the 25 to the 20. Look out below, 5, end zone, touchdown, Boston College.
We're minutes away from kickoff. Now let's go back to the broadcast booth. Live from Fenway Park, alongside former All-American linebacker Pete Cronin, here's the voice of Eagles football, John Meter-Perrell.
And welcome back to the Wasabi Fenway Bowl at soggy Fenway Park, where the weather is going to be intermittent rain throughout the day. It's 45 degrees, wind swept, and that was brought to you by our good friends at Clearwater. Brought to you by Clearwater Plumbing, Pure Water, and Peace of Mind for Southern New England homeowners. He's Pete Cronin. I'm John Meter-Perrell. Our Red Dome Realty sideline reporter is Scott Mutrin. The Eagles wearing maroon jerseys and maroon pants for the first time since 2015. That's a new look for BC. SMU, white jerseys, white pants, and white helmets with a pony on the helmet. Eagles win the toss. They defer. As their usual custom is, they will kick off to the home plate end zone right below us from right to left as Liam Connor will do the honors. As we get set to start the second meeting between these two teams, they last met in 1986. The kick is a line drive, shoots it to the 1-yard line and fielded past the 10 to the 15 to the 20, moving past the 20 and going east-west to the 25-yard line, and then almost tackled, still on his feet, finally tackled at the 29 with a flag on the play. So a dicey return as the stop was made at the 29-yard line, but there is a flag down as Liam Connor hit it to the 1-yard line. Referee is Marcus Woods.
Mate, you talk about deferring, right? Well, SMU's 124 first quarter points leads FBS.
During the return, illegal block in the back, receiving team number 29. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Jalen Davis-Robinson on the return. There's a clip against SMU. Yeah, they're just no doubt about it, Pete. They define explosive. SMU has been terrific all year. 4 games of 55 points as they average 41 points per game, 465 yards. Their quarterback is Kevin Jennings. He's a redshirt freshman, 6 feet, 190 pounds. And as he sends them to the line of scrimmage at the 17-yard line, snapping from the right hash, moving left to right. They sent 3 wides to the left, single wide to the right. Tight end to watch for them is R.J. Maryland, one of the best in the country. Jennings throws left. It's caught by Davis-Robinson past the 20, moves it inside to the 26-yard line, where he's brought down by John Pupil. Pupil was an all-New England safety, second on BC in tackles. The Eagles' defense embattled in those last 3 games. They were gashed. They give up 391 yards per outing as there's a quick handoff to Jalen Davis-Robinson. They'll work fast. SMU is a high-tempo team, one of the best tempos in the country, and BC knows they're going to have to be aware of that. This Eagles defense gave up 29 points per game, as it will be second down now. Jennings to the shotgun. Ball on the 21-yard line. 3 wides to the left, 2 wides to the right. Tight end slot right is Maryland. Back next to Jennings is Jalen Knighton, a Miami transfer. Eagles with a blitz. Pressure throw, caught at the 30-yard line, bouncing off a tackle to the 31 as the stop was made there. Good throw under heavy pressure by Kevin Jennings as it was caught at the 30-yard line by the receiver Romello Brinson, who has 26 catches for 417 yards. That's a first down gain. So first down from the 31 of SMU as they move towards the right field end zone. That's where the Boston College logo is adorned. From the shotgun, clean pocket. Jennings looks right now out of the pocket left. He throws it. It's caught past the 40 to the 43-yard line. Gang tackle. Good throw again by Jennings. Jake Bailey is leading receiver, a transfer from Rice. 36 catches, 474 yards, and no touchdowns. But that's a 12-yard gain and a first down for SMU as they approach midfield.
You got the hurry-up offense. Boston College, well, they knew what they were going to get. Playing a lot of the zone, which is a little bit of a change-up for Boston College. You can get into the details as to why, but the absence of pressure is giving Jennings the opportunity to find the open receiver.
They move left to right, play fake. Jennings out of the pocket, looks left, scans the field, throws that way, caught by Knighton past the 45, and out of bounds at the 48, pushed out by John Pupil and Cam Arnold. But another good throw by Kevin Jennings, and they don't know much about him yet, but they do know he's very talented. He was a 4-star recruit out of the Dallas area, and there's some thought that he might go in the portal because they have a quarterback that's hurt with a broken leg, and Preston Stone is one of the top quarterbacks this year in the American Athletic Conference. They'll move to the ACC next year, but Stone's a very good quarterback. Now second down with 4 yards to go. A handoff, big hole for LJ Johnson as he hits past midfield to the plus 49. Stopped by Cam Arnold. The ball was at the 48-yard line of SMU. LJ Johnson, another one of those transfers from Texas A&M. As Pete has mentioned, they have mined the portal well with 11:40 to play, no score. SMU on the move in plus territory.
Yeah, BC's playing a little bit more zone. The absence of interceptions during the regular season, Jeff Halley thought they played a lot of man. So you don't see the quarterback. So they're going to change up here. Looks like they're change up to zone, but without pressure, this quarterback's going to find the spots.
Jennings, play fake with some pressure. Hounded, now out of the pocket. He runs it. Jennings, far side, 45 to the plus 40, and tackled at the 38 of BC by Vinny DePalma, who led the Eagles in stops with 87. He was third-team All-ACC, playing in his final game, the 6th-year Vinny DePalma. But again, nice job by Jennings, who picked up 6 yards. Ball's at the 30. They mark him down at the 36. The snapping from the right hash, and with multiple penalty markers as the snap hit the hands of Kevin Jennings.
False start. Offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that offensive line averages 320 pounds, Pete. They have a guy playing on the right side at right tackle who's 335 pounds. Hiron White. He blocks out the sun. Not that there is any today to speak of.
They are a formidable opponent across the board. Pick an area you want to focus on. 1st and 15, play fake, screen left, it's caught. Past the 40 to the 38-yard line. 3-yard gain on the screen to the left flat. As it was caught there by Jake Bailey, his second catch of the drive. The senior, 5'10", 188, averaging 13 yards of reception. It'll be second down and 13. Ball at the 39 of BC. They move left to right towards the right field end zone. A play fake, and Jennings gets hammered. Ball is loose. BC picks it up. Eagles recover the fumble. Donovan Ezeraku hammered Kevin Jennings. And the fumble is recovered by Neto Akpala. Turnover for Boston College. They come up with it as Jennings fumbled. What a hit by Ezeraku. Well, you talk about disciplined play. I won't focus on what he didn't do earlier in the season. When you have quarterback, you take quarterback. He didn't buy the fake, came upfield. The quarterback figured he's going to get away with something, and he got stuck right in the chin with the crown of his helmet. Ezeraku knocks this one loose, and the Eagles come up with a turnover. And these inclement conditions. Good play by the defense, really, but the inclement conditions work to Boston College's favor. Could be an edge for BC as the rain continues to fall in the Back Bay. BC football at their 39 with 10:03 to play in the first quarter. No score at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl after Neto Akpala's fumble recovery. SMU nothing, BC nothing on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, this is Paul Sullivan. Vehicle maintenance may be the last thing on your mind, but cars do need regular checkups. Come into any Sullivan Tire and our experts will let you know what looks okay or what may need attention. You decide what fits within your budget. Get the peace of mind that you deserve at a price you can afford.
Thanks, Paul. Make an appointment online by visiting sullivantire.com. And go BC Eagles.
This is Karen's experience.
I looked at houses for over a year, but only had a weekend to lock in an offer.
At Cambridge Savings Bank, we know your home buying experience will be unique, which is why our dedicated mortgage loan experts work closely to understand you on a personal level, giving you the support and confidence to make smart decisions fast, especially on weekends. See how Cambridge Savings Bank can help you get home at cambridgesavings.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 543370.
SeatGeek is now the official ticket marketplace of the BC Eagles. Whether you're buying or selling football tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Eagle fans can fan. So the sixth fumble recovery of the season for BC. Neto Akpala, after the jarring hit by Donovan Ezeraku, who was an all-New England defensive end, and he was quite frankly disappointed with his season this year. Along with the rest of the Eagle pass rush, they expected more. They had just 12 sacks, one of the worst numbers in the country, Pete, last in the ACC, but a terrific hit by Ezeraku, sending Jennings back to Brookline.
In 2 games this season, the Virginia Tech game and the Miami game, Ezeraku, in the same situation, covered the decoys and then turned into a big play for the other team. Today, he didn't cover the decoy. He did his job, caused a fumble.
Yeah, no,
you got quarterback, you take quarterback, make him pay.
And that's something we talked about during the week when we saw the weather forecast. You and Mute both mentioned it. Forecast could be a major edge for BC.
Well, you get the ground. They're not going to try to. We don't know yet. They've had what's the equivalent of a spring practice behind them. A lot of personnel changes, a lot of new faces. Probably a lot of thought about what they did, some self-evaluation. Let's see what they uncork here this afternoon.
Here comes Thomas Castellanos. First snap and a handoff straight ahead. Eagles try to hit the interior of the defensive line to maybe a yard, thanks to Kai Robichaux on the run. Robichaux, the second leading rusher for the Eagles. He was over 600 yards, and he was injury-plagued in the last half of the year. 10 games, 691 yards, 7 touchdowns. Ball's at the 43-yard line of BC with 9:38 to play in the first quarter, and no score between SMU and the Eagles as the Eagles drive towards the home plate end zone right below us, moving right to left, snapping far hash. Single wide to the near, single wide to the far. Now receiver in the slot to the near is Lewis Bond. Castellano shotgun, back to throw. Quick pass is caught by Bond across the 50 to the 48. Nice diving catch up the near hash for Lewis Bond as he was stopped there. But a good throw by Thomas Castellanos in dicey conditions to throw for any quarterback. I don't care who you are.
In the immortal words of Bill Murray, the heavy stuff won't be coming down for a while.
Boy, it was a long walk to Fenway today where we parked. Eagles with a first down pickup in plus territory at the 48 of SMU with no score. Under 9 to play in the first quarter. Castellanos shotgun. He will take off and run. 43 yards shy of 1,000. Gets a couple as he tried to run over his left guard, Kyle Hergel. Kobe Wilson, their best linebacker and their leading tackler, made the stop. SMU defense rugged, 17 points per game, 299 yards per game, only 111 on the ground. They only allowed 3 yards per rush.
Yeah, this is a tough defense, man. They are number 1 or number 2 in the AAC in 9 categories. I'll get to them in a moment.
Castellanos to the shotgun. It's first down, Eagles. Here comes Castellanos taking off, running past the 40 to the 30. Castellanos tackled at the 26. Outstanding run of 20 yards by Thomas Castellanos as he was tripped up by Jonathan McGill, a safety transfer from Stanford. Eagles go tempo after that 20-yard rumble as they move right to left towards the home plate end zone. Castellanos shotgun, quarterback keeper, and he doesn't find much room now, maybe a yard as he dove into their defensive line as the stop was made by Elijah Roberts. Roberts, a transfer from Miami, one of the best defensive ends in the country with 9.5 sacks. He was first team All-AAC. Also had 11 tackles for loss, and he's going to be a guy the Eagles need to watch.
Here you go. Third down conversions defense, defensive touchdowns, first down defense, passing yards allowed, rush defense, scoring defense, team passing efficiency, team sacks, all number 1 or number 2 in the AAC.
No gain for Castellanos. Second down and 10 BC at the 26. The give underneath to Robichaux, and he's hit. Maybe lost a yard. Trying to run up the far hash. Jordan Miller, defensive tackle, made the stop. Another good one in that front for the Scott Simons-led defense. They have a couple pros up there. Roberts, Elijah Chapman, who was at Media Day yesterday, he bench presses 225 45 times.
I could do that over maybe a 45-day period. 1 a day.
How about a month period? Third down and 10, 6:30 to play, first quarter, no score. Eagles on the move with the plus 27 shotgun. Castellanos throwing, and it is dropped inside the 15 at the 13, up the far hash by Jaden Skeet, the freshman from Everett High School. Charles Woods flustered him on the third down throw. That's the ball you got to have, though. Pretty good throw by Castellanos, and Skeet just dropped it. Skeet came on late in the season. Now the Eagles will attempt a field goal. The line of scrimmage is the 27, so it will be a 45-yard attempt. Wind whipping around from left to right. Liam Connor is the BC kicker. He was 10 for 12 with a long of 45. That's a massive season high if he kicks it. Snap. Kick is on the way towards the home plate end zone, and it is good. The Eagles are on the board. A 45-yard field goal by Liam Connor as they take the first lead in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, 3-0 with 6:21 to play in the first quarter. Well done by Connor in tough conditions.
Yeah, you know, he's really turned into a reliable source for points. You know, there was a lot of debate of whether the kicking position would stand up to the test through the course of the season. And frankly, looking back, that's one of the bright spots.
Yeah, no, he's done a really nice job. We have a time on the field. BC leads number 17 SMU 3-0 with 6:21 to play in the first quarter. This is the Wasabi Fenway Bowl on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
McGovern Auto Group scoring drive, 7 plays, 30 yards, capped off by Liam Connor's 45-yard field goal, tying his season high. As the Eagles take a 3-0 lead over SMU with 6:21 left in the first quarter. It's brought to you by McGovern Auto Group, McGovernAuto.com. McGovern Auto, from our lot to your driveway. Our tools help you find a vehicle quickly and easily.
You don't get this everywhere, all right? Infield crew out there for the Fenway Park cleaning up the divots. You talk about service with a smile. This is I think the surface here is, it's deity in the eyes of the people who work in this place.
Oh, no question.
You know, I remember coming my first ball game with my grandfather. We sat over in right field, and the thing that blew me away when I walked in was how green the grass was.
The best.
Well, I was used to mowing weeds back in Framingham, but...
Yeah, no, I remember walking in. I think everybody has that memory. At least I hope you do. Walked in with your father, your mother, your uncle, your grandfather, whoever brought you to your first game at Fenway Park. The green grass, the green wall, everything's so green. And even today, the field is in pretty good condition.
Yeah, and, you know, it was a great day for me. 7 hot dogs and 3 buckets of popcorn later. I thought we were supposed to come here and eat, not watch baseball.
Yeah, that might have been a priority at times. But Connor will kick it off as the Eagles lead 3-0. He'll kick off to the home plate end zone from right to left. Connor out of Leominster, Mass. And the kick headed towards the end zone. It's a short kick and boxed around and dropped at the 8-yard line. Past the 15, running east-west to the 20 with a hole at the 25 to the 30 and out of bounds, far side 32-yard line, a penalty marker. As the return was Roderick Daniels, backup receiver from Duncanville, Texas, had some trouble with the kickoff. But Scott Mutrin's our Red Dome Realty sideline reporter. Mute, the Eagles 7-play, 30-yard drive and a drop by Jaden Skeet.
Yeah, and just so we know that we remain a cromulent broadcast, Jaden Skeet is a Catholic Memorial kid. Meet, you know, want to call you out. We just don't want the locals getting upset. But good drive by the Eagles, capitalize off turnovers. A key in any time you're trying to face a team that's, you know, maybe favored ahead of you is capitalize on turnovers.
Personal foul, face mask, receiving team, 15-yard penalty.
Wow.
First down.
And when you have those opportunities, you got to score points on them. Obviously, you want touchdowns, but the ability to score off turnovers when you're the underdog is very essential. Now BC's got SMU backed up. Keep that momentum going, but a good drive by the Eagles, but Skeet's got to make that play. BC would have been inside the red zone with that one.
The enforcement spot will be half the distance.
This sideline report brought to you by Red Dome Realty, commercial sales, leasing, property management principal JP Plunkett, who I believe is in attendance today.
Footnote, SMU, BC coming into the final game here, 79 penalties. SMU at 58, pretty disciplined. They got 3 already today.
Jennings the give to L.J. Johnson, a dive up the right hash to the 15 after the penalty. Line of scrimmage was the 14, so a 1-yard dive by L.J. Johnson. Johnson was busy this year as their backup to Jalen Knighton. 100 carries, 544 yards, 3 touchdowns with a long of 67. Sophomore 5'10", 211. Jennings in the shotgun as they move left to right towards the right field end zone. Out of the pocket right, throws incomplete for Jake Bailey. Bad throw, skidded it at the 18-yard line. It would have been a minimal gain for Bailey, who was open in the right flat. So now it's 3rd down and 9 for the Ponies with 5:37 left in the first quarter, and BC leading 3-0.
And earlier this week at practice, had a chance to make a few because of the holidays. Boston College is practicing with wet footballs. And, you assume that everybody does that. Looks like maybe SMU didn't, with the way that ball came out of the quarterback's hands.
3rd and 9 SMU. They're on 3rd down, 42%. Throw by Jennings deep and dropped at the 45-yard line. Should have caught it, but they did not. Dropped by Moochie Dixon, a junior Texas transfer, 24 catches, 4 touchdowns. Pretty good throw up the right sideline by Kevin Jennings, but the Eagles dodge a bullet, and SMU will have to punt for the first time. That was a good throw by Jennings.
Under pressure, coming over the bow, he held in there, held his ground, threw the ball to a spot, took the lick. Ball should have been caught. Would have been a big play, but the inclement conditions again.
Buchevsky in the punt. Eagles got a hand on it. It was deflected as it dies at the plus 45. BC brought pressure, and they flustered Brian Buchevsky. It was a 30-yard punt. He had to just get enough of it because BC was bringing heavy heat. And good for them as the special teams gives them a boost. Both teams are on the same sideline in shallow left field and shallow left center. Eagles in left center, SMU in left field. So that's a quirky look at Fenway Park. But good news is BC has a 3-0 lead with a time on the field, 5:21 to play, an excellent field position at the SMU 45 coming up after that 30-yard punt. This is the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Be sure to visit Apex Entertainment in Marlboro, located right off Route 495. Apex is the largest family entertainment center in New England. It has over 100,000 square feet of pure fun. You can enjoy over 30 lanes of bowling, including Candlepin, a multi-level go-kart track, Apex Kids, sports simulators, bumper cars, laser tag, mini golf, ropes course, and arcade. Also, don't forget about their chef-inspired menu in the Pit Stop Tavern with over 65 gluten-free items. Apex Entertainment, where perfect weather is always guaranteed. Go Eagles!
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
Hey, Eagle fans, you're looking for the best game day snack? For a snack that soars above the rest, pick up Eastern Standard Provisions Gourmet Soft Pretzels, the official soft pretzel of BC Athletics. Available in stadium at Whole Foods Market in the freezer aisle or at esprovisions.com. We thank all our sponsors on the BC Sports Network all season, and we appreciate your support as we've moved through from the Northern Illinois loss on opening day. Pete, here we are in late December, on December 28th at rainy Fenway Park in the Wasabi Fenway Bowls. The Eagles lead 17th-ranked SMU 3-0. 5:21 left of the first quarter after a 30-yard punt was partially blocked by Edward Kalange. BC has the ball at the 45 of SMU.
Key to the game, capitalize on SMU miscues. Fumble recovery, capitalize, got 3 points out of it. Here's their next opportunity. Miscue, well, great play by Boston College, but a miscue in terms of protection by SMU. Boston College in plus territory. Capitalize.
Eagles playing without Christian Mahogany, outstanding right guard who opted out. He is declared for the NFL draft. Could be a late first-round pick, definitely an early second, based on projections from NFL Draft Nicks. He will play in the East-West Shrine Bowl. Thomas Castellanos, Jack Conley is starting for them at right guard today. Castellanos is in the shotgun. Eagles moving towards the home plate end zone. And the handoff straight ahead. It's Kai Robichaux. Rumbles past the 45 to the 43 between the hash marks. Ran into Ahmad Walker, a weak side linebacker, junior, transfer from Liberty. Liberty, oh, by the way, is the team that edged out SMU for the Fiesta Bowl nod. SMU felt like they deserved a spot in the New Year's Six Bowl projections, and Liberty will play Oregon on New Year's Day. That is what many SMU fans felt like they should be in that game, going 11-2 with 9 straight wins, including the AAC championship. Second down and 8. Castellanos back to throw. Scampers out of the pocket far side, now takes off. Across the 40 to the 35. Slips a tackle and he's out of bounds. At the 31, he's got a first down and more. Thomas Castellanos came into the game 43 yards shy of 1,000 yards rushing. He rushed for 957 yards and 11 touchdowns, 80 yards per game for Castellanos. He also threw for 2,146 and 15 touchdowns. Castellanos QB draw, and he's tackled at the 29 as the Eagles go tempo. Impressive start for the BC offense. They look composed. Alexander Kilgore made the stop, a middle linebacker for SMU.
Well, you know, SMU loaded with sacks, 47 sacks coming into the game. Great way to slow them down is get your quarterback on the run. And there's like an example of Castellanos in the pocket, saw the protection, gave him an angle, or an alley, I should say. And Castellanos showing his athleticism, just a burst of speed.
Now play fake, he's chased out of the pocket. He throws it incomplete to Jaden Skeet. Far hash at the 21, threw it behind him as he got heavy pressure from Elijah Roberts. We talked about him on the BC first possession. Roberts, their best defensive end. 2 forced fumbles, 3 pass breakups, 9.5 sacks, and he creates havoc for any offense.
That right there, it looks like a broken play, but Thomas Castellanos makes the right adjustment. He doesn't get his feet set. He's got a receiver wide open. Just has to go back to fundamentals. You know, I think if you ask Mute, he'd agree with me. He was a little awkward with his throw, ends up ditching it.
Yeah, he tried to rush that throw, didn't get his feet set. He has Skeet coming on a crosser and a sail route wide open. That's stuff you would hope that they were going to work on in the bowl prep.
Second down and 9, Eagles with a penalty marker before they got the snap off.
Timeout. Boston College.
That's why the marker flew.
30-second timeout.
Timeout, BC.
No flag.
No flag. Flag picked up by the back judge. 3:49 left first quarter at rainy Fenway Park. You can hear it as our crowd mic continues to pick it up. We are in the Nesson broadcast booth, high above home plate. Last time BC played at Fenway, 2017. They beat UConn. A.J. Dillon led the way. They played Notre Dame before that. It was a Notre Dame home game, and it was a UConn home game. In that UConn game, the UConn offensive coordinator was Rhett Lashley, who is now the head coach of SMU. And he talked during the week about what Fenway means to him. His best friend lives in Boston. He's a venture capitalist in Boston. He comes up here during the summer to visit him. He
knows his way around.
Loves going to Fenway Park. So Lashley has some Fenway connections, but he's done a really nice job at SMU. They signed him to a multi-year contract extension.
Well, he went shopping last year into the portal, pulled a lot of kids from big programs. Alabama, for example. A couple from Miami. He went shopping, and it's showing up in their record.
Well, third down and 9 after the timeout and stoppage in play.
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 3:43.
Referee is Marcus Woods, part of this ACC crew.
Big third down play here.
Yep.
At worst, give yourself a little bit, a few more yards to help your field goal kicker, Liam O'Connor, at best convert, but get some yards.
O'Connor 11 for 13 on field goals, including the 45-yarder minutes ago. Third down and 9. Castellanos takes off. He runs past the 25. Stifled at the 23, gains about 6 yards outside the far hash. He got gang tackled, so it pushes them closer towards Liam Connor's range. But Jeff Halley has had a penchant of going for it on fourth down, and he looks like he's going to do it again. He's a gambler. 37 attempts on fourth down to lead the nation. 28 successful attempts. That leads the nation. So BC going for it.
Yeah, you're going strength against strength.
4th and 2, Pete, with 3:14 to play in the first quarter. The Eagles lead 3-0. They're in the pistol. Robichaux the back behind Castellanos, moving right to left. Handoff Robichaux with a flag down.
And that was 2 yards and more. Robichaux makes a little jump cut at the line of scrimmage. It is nothing but end zone in front of him, but the flags come out and the whistles blow. They're going to probably get Boston College, which will take this off the fourth down attempt off the table. It'll penalize them, give back SMU the 5 yards that they got on that last play, and set Boston College up with, an extra play.
That hurts the cause. as they sort it out. Here's Marcus Woods.
False start. Offense number 53. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's on Dwayne Alec, who will alternate with Jack Conley at right guard. Alec is in there now for the opted-out Christian Mahogany. So the Eagles will have to attempt a field goal. And the line of scrimmage will be the 27, so another 45-yard attempt for Liam Connor. His season best earlier of 45 yards, tying his season best. The holder is the punter, Sam Candotti. Michael White is the long snapper. He's punting from the far hash, from right to left into the home plate end zone. Wynn whipping around from left to right. The snap is a good one. Kick is up, and the kick approaching, and it is no good. Missed it. And wide left. Liam Connor kicked a 45-yarder. This time they leave points on the field with 2:47 to play in the first quarter. So a missed opportunity for BC, and Jeff Halley's fired up. Not sure what he's angry about, but he is not happy at all.
Well, I think he's unhappy with the call on the false start, but that's a backbreaker there. If you don't call a false start, BC gets more than 2 yards. Now you take points off the board. These miscues, can't have them, whether it's drop passes, penalties in these situations. The Eagles need to be clean in these situations and capitalize on this, and can't have pre- and post-snap penalties. You just can't have them if they expect to beat this SMU team. Sideline Report brought to you by Red Dome Realty, commercial sales, leasing, property management. Principal J.P. Plunkett, class of 1993.
That is a misfire, Mute. No question about that. 45-yard attempt, no good. SMU football at their 27. Jennings from the shotgun throws right. Low throw caught at the 31-yard line. As Jennings completes it, it was Romello Brinson making his first catch of the game. He had 26 during the season and 2 touchdowns, transferred from Miami. As they go tempo, that was a 4-yard gain, 2.5 remaining in the quarter. Handoff, Knighton running east-west, approaching the 35 and cut down. Good tackle by KP Price, who's going to be a future star for the Eagles, playing safety with John Pupil. More tempo. It's 3rd down now. 3rd and 3. Play fake. Jennings throw and broken up. Well done by the Eagles. Broken up at the 45-yard line on 3rd down and 3.
Oh, that's a heck of a play by Tucker. He comes in, well defended. Ball comes out. Quick snap play. Keeps his left hand, which is the backfield hand, off the back of the receiver. Contorts his body around in front. Ball's right on the numbers. Knocks it away. Eagles hold on 3rd down in minus territory.
Another 3 and out for SMU as they will punt. Buchevsky had trouble last time. Was partially blocked. They're punting from left to right with 2:03 left under heavy rain. First quarter, waning stages. Buchevsky gets the snap, but a timeout. Both teams look like they haven't played in a month.
Kicking team. 5-yard penalty.
Sloppy, ladies and gentlemen. Sloppy.
Delay a game against SMU.
Third special teams penalty.
Wow, that tells you a lot. My goodness.
Special teams, 3 penalties and a blocked punt. Giving up a blocked punt.
Lewis Bond drops back for the Eagles at the 25-yard line as Buchevsky will punt from the far hash, from left to right towards the right field end zone. 3-man wall in front of him to block. Here comes pressure. He gets it off this time, but another flag. It's going to be nullified.
False start. Kicking team, number 48. 5-yard penalty.
Wow, if I'm in Dallas, I'm unhappy.
They can't get out of their own way. 4 special teams penalties.
You know, and having played that in that role before, you can really...
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 2:03.
You can really get a pulse of a team by the way the special teams approach a game.
Right now, it's been problematic. Ponies trail the Eagles 3-0, 2:03 left. First quarter. Buchevsky from the 10 pushed up. Now punting to the right. More pressure by BC. Bond coming up to field. He boxes it around and pushes it out of bounds. He tried to field it on the run. Could not corral it. Good news is it's good field position for BC, close to midfield. Ball is out of bounds at the far side 49-yard line of BC.
Well, if you're not going to field the punt, you're going to take a shot at it. Kick it out of bounds. And I'm not sure he knew what he was trying to do that, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Tough catch by Bond.
Oh, that thing looked like a duck with one wing floating over there.
And fitting weather conditions for the duck. 34-yard punt by Buchevsky after the mishaps.
He looked like Verdugo trying to make a catch in short right field there.
Throw by Castellanos is incomplete over the head of the backup running back, Alex Broom, at the plus 40. He sailed on Thomas Castellanos, who's 1 yard shy of 1,000 yards rushing, 6 carries, 42 yards. So Castellanos will become the first BC quarterback since Tyler Murphy to rush for 1,000 or more yards. Murphy did it 10 years ago. Second down and 10, 1:51 left first quarter, 3 wides far side. Eagles at the 49 of BC. Moving right to left towards the home plate end zone. Shotgun snap by Drew Kendall. Castellanos back to throw, airs it out, far side, and incomplete for Nate Johnson, a freshman from St. Petersburg, Florida. At the 25-yard line, threw it too far ahead. Tight coverage by Jonathan McGill, who was an all-ACC safety. And they thought he might go pro, but he's coming back for Rhett Lashley as they transition to the ACC next year. So the Eagles now have 3rd and 10 at the plus 48 with 1:45 remaining in the first quarter and leading SMU 3-0.
Here's a little folklore. Isaiah Nokobaya, safety, wears 23 in honor of Jerry Levies, who was the first black player in the Southeast Conference.
Screen right. Ball's loose. Bond recovers the fumble. Alex Broom got blown up in the right flat. What a hit by SMU as Bond recovered the fumble. Outstanding tackle. That was one of those lookout, Pete, that you love. Cale Sanders, a junior safety from Porter, Texas, made the stop on Broom, and the Eagles will have to punt for the first time. An ugly possession after they had excellent field position after the 34-yard punt, but lucky that Bond was there to dive on the loose ball.
Well, Alex Broom's going to have a conversation with Bond. Bond just has to throw a block. That's why he's out there. He throws a whiffy, look out job, which means, hey, I missed, look out, and it's a tap, knock it out, almost a fumble. So you gotta execute. Blocking receivers extremely important.
Punt by Candotti is a knuckleball, bouncing on the Fenway grass and downed at the 23 by Owen McGowan, fullback linebacker from Canton, Mass. 29-yard punt, but still poor field position for SMU with 46 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And the Eagles leading thanks to Liam Connor's 45-yard field goal, 3-0. So overall, Pete, an ugly start to the Wasabi Fenway Bowl for both clubs, but a feeling out process.
Yeah, and the thing I think many of us are surprised about is it just looks like Boston College is playing with enthusiastically, and SMU maybe not so much.
Well, that's a lot of buzz that they wanted to be at the Fiesta Bowl. Of course they did. Jet sweep rather, and over on the left side of the line, pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line is Jake Bailey. Pretty good gain around the left edge as they go tempo again. 28 seconds to play in the first quarter. They'll use those sweeps throughout the game, we expect. Now, handoff Knighton, bangs it east-west and then gets hit hard at the 33-yard line. He gets stood up by Sione Hala, linebacker from Los Angeles, who's coming on. He was their best special teams player this year, had 13 tackles. That was a rugged hit by Hala to stand up the Miami transfer running back, Jalen Knighton. That's going to be your final play.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Of the first quarter. 2-yard rush by Knighton. It will be 2nd down and 8 for SMU as they will flip the field at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. BC 3, SMU nothing. SMU has won 9 straight. The Eagles have lost 3 in a row. Come on back to Fenway Park after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For over 20 years, Chestnut Hill Technologies have been providing best practices in cybersecurity and technology solutions and consulting support to the mid-cap through Fortune 1000 nationwide. Boston's premier cloud integrator, partnering with and supporting Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Professional, Snowflake, and Microsoft Azure. Supporting Boston area clients including Chewy, AMAG Pharma, Biogen, Intel, among many others. Clients have come to rely on their tactical and strategic expertise in the fields of technology and cybersecurity. Connect with CHT today at chestnuthilltechnologies.com.
Right field end zone, play fake, and Jennings gets hammered. Ball is loose. BC picks it up. Eagles recover the fumble. Donovan Ezeraku hammered Kevin Jennings, and the fumble is recovered by Neto Akpala. Turnover for Boston College. They come up with it as Jennings fumbled. What a hit by Ezeraku. That set up a BC 45-yard Liam Connor field goal. That's our score at the end of one quarter from the Wasabi Fenway Bowl at rainy Fenway Park. Eagles 3, SMU nothing with Pete Cronin and Scott Mutrin. Our producer Steve Ciaccio. Ray Perrone, varsity club president, is in the box today. We appreciate Ray, all his support throughout the year as well. I'm John Mita Perrell. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your Christmas. Was Santa friendly at the Cronin house?
They're still opening presents. The kids, the 7 grandchildren. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I can't imagine what that must have been like.
It's Christmas every day there.
It was quite entertaining. Let's say that. Speaking of entertaining, I got a question for the quarterback. We talk about Jeff Halley practicing with wet balls this week. I'd never really handled the ball that much, other than when I was long snapping. But what's the net effect of a ball in the rain?
It's interesting that you bring that up, Pete, and I could see why you didn't handle the football. I seen you on the dance floor, but I can't imagine you holding the football doing those same moves, so I totally respect that.
I have a small hand, too.
The thing is with footballs is there's the cumulative effect, right? You're only allowed to check a certain amount of footballs a game. It's 17 footballs a game, right? So the cumulative effect is, yes, the ball's wet, but they get heavy. So ideally what you need to do, if you got a smart equipment guy, is you hold a couple of those footballs back for the second half so that if it does clear up, that you don't have the heavy footballs and you still may have some dry pearls back there. So that's something that, sometimes the ball guys get a little anxious and they start throwing all the balls in. Then by the time the second half rolls around, it's like you're throwing a shot put. So it'd be interesting to see if BC does that. I mean, I've talked to Murph. Murph is pretty up on that. BC's head equipment guy. He does that a lot. I don't know if these guys do it, but it's an advantage to have those dry pearls in the second half, Pete.
I watched them in practice this week, and you're absolutely right. The heavy balls, they weren't picturesque in terms of the spirals, the spin in practice.
2nd down and 8, handoff. SMU football as they now drive towards the home plate end zone. They flip the field. It's a run up to the 39, about 5 yards. And the tackle was made by Neto Akpala, who recovered that fumble forced by Ezeraku. That was a Red Dome Realty sideline report from Scott Mutrin. And that's good information, Mute, about the footballs. I'm still shocked that Pete wasn't a ball handler.
But they're also for running backs, the ball gets slick. I was a ball. I like long snap.
Of course you were. 3rd down and 4. Handoff. Here comes a missed tackle and a 1st down and more for Jalen Knighton. Slipped past a tackle at the first line of defense to the 45-yard line. 7-yard gain on 3rd and 4. Eagles getting a little sloppy with their tackling. Donovan Ezeraku made the initial hit, and there's an injured BC defender. It is Clive Wilson, a backup defensive end. He is down for the Eagles. Just underway second quarter. They lead SMU 3-0. But, Pete, you can definitely speak to this. Missed tackles in this type of weather, is that problematic?
Not necessarily. It's primarily footing. If you're tackling properly, you get your shoulders and your arms, your hips, everything, your feet in good position. there's not a lot. There's a lot of friction at point of contact, but the footing is where players get they can lose their angles. In that particular case, that was just they were very aggressive. SMU was very aggressive at the point of attack. They ran a bread and butter trap play that they run all the time, I think it's very frustrating for a coach that you run this is a bread and butter play. When you see this, you do that. And, they saw this, they did something else, and it ends up being a big game.
It was. Jalen Knighton was the beneficiary. Time on the field after the injury. Clive Wilson helped off the field by the BC training staff. Eagles lead 17th-ranked SMU 3-0 with 14:04 left in the first half. This is BC football from Learfield.
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Since 1957, the Sullivan Group's worked closely with its clients to help them make the most appropriate insurance and the risk management choices, and as one of New England's largest independent and privately held insurance agencies, entering their third generation with the addition of John F. Andrioli and Owen Shea, the partners and staff are committed to providing expert and consistent service to their clients. Did I mention I was one? Visit them at sullivangroup.com.
And there's some upheaval at Holy Cross as they are still looking for a head football coach. Bob Chesney going to the Dukes of James Madison, a top 25 program. A riser in the coaching ranks. He's come a long way since he was coaching at Assumption. But here it's 3-0 BC. Just underway second quarter. A wide zone rerun and another marker down. It's Jalen Knighton getting gang tackled at midfield by a host of maroon jerseys. Eagles going maroon on maroon for the first time in 8 years. Last time they did that was against Wake Forest in 2015. But markers flying from all over the place at Fenway.
Knighton, example of...
Holding, offense number 53, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Example of Lachey's shopping spree. Went back to South Florida for this guy. My University of Miami transfer, and Lachey was at University of Miami. So he's well versed in the talent embedded in that area, and he says, "I'm going to go to South Florida, and I'm going to spend a lot of time down there, like everybody else, I guess."
Why wouldn't you, right? First down and 20, screen to the right, caught by Knighton, tripped up at the 40-yard line. Looks like there could have been another flag, but they didn't throw it, Pete.
Well, they're on SMU's on a torrid pace here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalties just into the second quarter.
Unbelievable.
You spread that out over 4 quarters, it's 24.
Only 3 yards.
Like the SMU game. I mean the Florida State game for BC.
Not bring that up. Second down and 17. Throw is dropped by the tight end Maryland, who's a pro prospect. He had it between the hash marks at the 45-yard line on a fastball throw by Jennings. He just purely dropped it. And the Eagles now will have a 3rd and 17 to defend, and that's something R.J. Maryland hasn't done a lot.
No, he's got 34 catches on the season. He's amongst the best in FBS. He's 6'4", 233-pounder. His dad played the NFL for the Cowboys, so He's quite a talent. You wouldn't expect that from him.
Yeah, Russell Maryland, great defensive tackle out of Miami. Jennings, shotgun, escapes the pocket, flips it. It's caught by Bailey at the 45 of BC, carries it to a first down over by the SMU bench in shallow left field. And good job by Jennings to escape pressure. Got it on the edge from Donovan Ezeraku, but he flipped it to a wide-open Jake Bailey in the left flat. Pupil made the stop for the Eagles. They go tempo, first down at the plus 42. Jennings handoff to the fullback Tyler Levine. He gets stood up by Neto Akpala after a gain of 1. Levine's a 222-pound transfer from Miami. 7 touchdowns this year, including 3 in one game, and he's a classic throwback fullback. There aren't many left.
Well, he was a big part of their victory against Tulane. Became a favorite target for Kevin Jennings. In one particular play, he came out in a play action and got knocked down, and Jennings got flushed out of the pocket. And, he got back up. Levine got back up, became a receiver, turned in a catch and a run after catch and a key first down. It led to a touchdown. So there's a newfound friendship right there.
Well, that 18-yard gain for the first down to Bailey. Then Levine up the middle for 2 yards. There was a quick timeout for an injury. Max Tucker got hurt for BC, but looks like he is okay. But he has left the field. Now the corners are Amari Jackson and Jalen Cheek. It's second down and 8. Hand off wide zone, past the 40 and tackled at the 36. Good stop by KP Price as they go to another sweep. This time it was Hudson, a receiver, Jordan Hudson.
This is a perfect example of SMU having very little respect for the speed of Boston College defense from like the hash marks out. They're trying to get their speedy athlete in space with Boston College's athlete.
Eagles lead 3-0, 11:35 remaining in the first half. Third down and 4. SMU on third down, 3 for 5. Shotgun, Jennings back to throw, right to left throw, and it's incomplete at the 15-yard line for Hudson. Good coverage by Amari Jackson right below us. John Pupil had deep coverage, the safety, transfer from Dartmouth, and it's fourth down and 3. The SMU likes to gamble as well on fourth down. Rhett Lashley joked about that yesterday, said he probably should go for it more now that he knows that Jeff Halley has gambled 37 times this year. They went 24 times on fourth down. They were successful 15 of them. And it's fourth down and 4 with 11:24 left in the second quarter. Eagles lead 3-0. They are going for it. Ball at the 36 of BC, moving right to left.
Fumble.
And it's fumbled by Jennings. He throws it. It is caught by Bailey at the far side and out of bounds for a first down. He fumbled the snap, as Pete mentioned. Bailey stepped out of bounds, though, at the far side marker for a first down. He needed 4. He got 5. How do you like that? Good throw by Kevin Jennings on the run. Jennings starting for the injured Preston Stone.
And that's, the receiver reading the defender, knowing where the sticks are, breaking the route off just enough to get the yardage they need.
Now a handoff, and Vinny DePalma fit to the task. He corrals the ball carrier. L.J. Johnson, the transfer from Texas A&M Thunder. It's hit by DePalma, slamming down Johnson at the 31-yard line for no gain. 10:34 left in the first half, with the Eagles leading 3-0. The only score, a 45-yard first quarter field goal from Liam Connor. So it's second down and 10 for the Ponies. Moving towards the home plate end zone. That's the SMU logo end zone. Late substitution, Gilbert Tangangru. BC defensive end is in, replacing Edwin Kalanje. Eagles substituting Liberty with a 4-3 defensive alignment. Shotgun. Jennings back to throw at the 40, scanning the field, flips it, right flat, caught past the 25 to the 20 and out of bounds at the 15. Good throw by Jennings again. Receiver was wide open in the flat. And that's a first down gain for SMU with under 10 to play in the half. Now they go to tempo inside the BC red zone. That was Moochie Moore catching the ball. Handoff. Big hole past the 10 to the 5. It's L.J. Johnson towards the goal line. Goes Johnson down at the 1. close to the end zone. Good run by Johnson, ripping through a hole on the right side of the line as SMU is close to cracking it. First and goal at the 1. Jennings shotgun, 2 wides near, handoff straight ahead, and they are in. Touchdown SMU. Up-tempo drive by the Mustangs. That's what they do as they lead BC pending the extra point, 6-3. Simple dive play, and that was easy for L.J. Johnson. He ripped off a 14-yard run and then the touchdown right over the top.
Yeah, that's it's a kind of a long drive. When you go out of the quarter, you hold the ball. You don't do anything great, but you do have a couple double-digit plays. You get an 11-yard run, a 19-yard pass, and a 16-yard pass, all coming in critical downs. And SMU just was able to keep the ball in their possession, keep the drive alive, march down the field, and Boston College buckled there inside the 10-yard line.
It was a 15-play, 78-yard drive. Colin Rogers with the extra point attempt into the home plate end zone, and it's good. He's 65 for 66 on extra points. 7-3, SMU, 9:14 remaining in the first half. L.J. Johnson, the 1-yard touchdown plunge, his 4th touchdown of the season. BC football coming back at rain-plagued Fenway Park after this timeout on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
Eagles fans, do you have money questions? The team at Empower can help you tackle them so you have a clear understanding of where your finances are today and where they're headed. Plus, with the free Empower personal dashboard, you can link your accounts to see your net worth, plan for retirement, create budgets, and more. It's time to change the game and take control of your financial future. Are you ready to empower what's next? Make the right call at empower.com and get your free Empower personal dashboard today.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
Third and 17, first down SMU. 4th and 4, first down SMU. Part of their 15-play, 78-yard scoring drive, capped out by a 1-yard touchdown from L.J. Johnson as the number 17 Mustangs lead 6-6 BC, 7-3 at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. 9:14 remaining in the first half. He's Pete Cronin. I'm John Mita Perrell. Scott Mutrin's our Red Dome Realty sideline reporter, and credit to the fans who came out today, braving the elements. It's been raining throughout the day, and it has been heavy. It's been windswept, and it has been ugly. Pete, you mentioned during the break, the elements only affect those who they let it affect, but it's still a difficult task for both sides.
The point being, a lot of it's psychological. You can't control it, so why concern yourself with it? Make the appropriate adjustments, regardless of the conditions. That's the good thing about football. You play out regardless. You could be, imagine if it was seasonally cold under these conditions.
45 degrees at game time.
Would you get the sled dogs out to get home?
Yep, we'd have a few feet of snow on the ground, but SMU has won 9 straight. Their only losses, they lost to TCU, and they lost to number 17 at the time, Oklahoma. That was a 28-11 game, the second week of the season. They have not lost since falling to TCU.
And their schedule, doesn't scare you. The difference, neither would BC's, but the difference was they really lit up the guys they were supposed to.
Kickoff fielded by Bond at the 5, running it past the 20 and tackled near hash at the 23 as his helmet came off. Lewis Bond, BC's leading receiver. A 18-yard return, so the Eagles backed up in the shadows of the home plate end zone. They'll move left to right, wearing their maroon jerseys, maroon pants, and the gold helmets.
We have many coaches over the years, the ones that really focused on emphasizing the importance of the right frame of mind under working under adverse conditions like these. if you don't allow yourself to be infected by them, you make the appropriate adjustments. It's easy to assume your opponent is allowing themselves to be affected by it. It gives you an advantage.
Kevin Klein is in at right guard for the Eagles. They've been alternating with Jack Conley, Dwayne Alec, and Kevin Klein playing for Christian Mahogany. A wide zone rerun to the left by Alex Broom. He stumbles at the 25 and then gets brought down. Maybe the surface coming into play, conditions, that will be a factor as we move along in this game. Just a 1-yard run for Broom. Broom, the backup running back, 10 games, 58 carries, 280 yards this year, and 1 touchdown. 5 catches for a touchdown as well. He's only 5'7", 190 pounds. Eagles bringing in a back in the portal, Trayshawn Ward from Kansas State by way of Florida State. He'll play a huge role next year with Kai Robichaux. Play fake and a quarterback draw. Castellanos runs east-west, and he's tackled at the 26. Kobe Wilson brought him down, their best linebacker, their leading tackler. Nothing going for Thomas Castellanos. 8:07 left in the first half, and the Eagles trail 7-3. It'll be a 3rd down and 8. Castellanos for that carry, 7 carries, 43 yards. So he's at 1,000 yards for the season.
BC very unproductive on first down. I'll get to that in a second.
On 3rd down, the Eagles are 1 for 4. The BC has only 48 total yards. Castellanos takes off. QB draw past the 30, 35. First down and more. Scampers to the 43-yard line. Thomas Castellanos with a first down run of 18 yards. That's what the doctor ordered, and he capitalizes. BC on the move towards midfield. Castellanos picks up the first down. They go tempo. No huddle. 2 wides left, single wide right, moving left to right. Play fake. Castellanos takes off again east-west, and he's down at the plus 48. Good job again by Castellanos as Kilgore made the stop for the Mustangs. But that's what you need, Pete, the sleight of hand from Thomas Castellanos on the QB draw.
I want to say they're not very productive on first down. They are no gain, 2 yards, no gain, 2 yards on the possessions, in each one of their possessions. However, they have been more productive when they've been able to convert their 3rd downs. I'll get to that in a second.
BC moving towards the right field end zone. And before they snap the ball in the shotgun, a stoppage. Looks like there's something on the field, and it's removed. I think a water bottle was loose, or a kicking tee, maybe. Castellanos from left to right, waiting the snap from Drew Kendall, center from Nobles. Back to throw. Castellanos rushed heavily, eludes the rush. Now he runs. Castellanos to the plus 45 on his feet, sliding at the 39. Thomas Castellanos with a 10-yard rumble on 2nd and 3. Well done. They brought the heat with 3 men, but he eluded the rush and got by the first line of defense.
And that's a great frustration for anybody who likes offense. You actually get pressure with 3 rushers, 5 blockers, and if you keep the back end, that's 6 blockers against 3 defenders. But what the trouble is, you don't have the extra defender at the line of scrimmage, so Castellanos does a really good job of manipulating the pocket, finding the alley, and then it's a burst of speed for the first down.
Castellanos 77 yards on 10 carries. First down, Eagles at the plus 41. Robichaux, a throwback to Castellanos. He has it. Carries past the 45 to the 30, and he's tackled at the 25. A throwback by Robichaux, got the handoff from Castellanos. It was a halfback option pass. Castellanos open in the flat. And he's tackled on the far side by the BC sideline in shallow left center field. And coming up a little bit lame. Looks like he's okay, but good throw by Robichaux to an open Castellanos as Chris Adamora made the stop. 18-yard gain for BC. They're at the plus 27, trailing 7-3.
A little trickeration.
I like it.
Extra practices, why not?
Haven't seen that all year. Robichaux's the back of the pistol, the modified shotgun. Gets the call running east-west past the tackle. Robichaux approaches the 20, finds his way to the 15, and he's tackled there. 12-yard rumble for Kai Robichaux as he gets tripped up by Isaiah Wokobia, safety, a junior from Dallas. He's their best defensive back, and a slip tackle by Robichaux, who's rugged at 6'1", 217. The BC's on the move with 4.5 to play in the first half.
Good job of Robichaux running out of the arm tackle. Got a defender, got a kind of he gets chipped on the way across the line of scrimmage, but kind of a free run to the running back. The running back with a burst of speed, a stiff arm, pushes his way out and picks up the extra yards.
Now Castellanos flips it to Nate Johnson on the far side. He's out of bounds at the 11. They like to use him on jet sweeps. He's only 5'8", but he runs a 4.40. Charles Woods made the stop. Corner for SMU, with the Eagles inside the red zone with 4 minutes remaining in the half as they drive towards the right field end zone. That's the far end zone from our perspective. 2nd down and 5 at the 10-yard line of the Ponies with 3:45 left in the half.
I feel like I'm at Giant Stadium in the top row. We're about as far away from the action as you can get.
Castellanos to the shotgun, throws, left screen, caught, Bond, and he carries to the 5, and he's tackled there. 5 yards for Lewis Bond. Good job by Castellanos on a play fake as Jahari Rogers made the stop, a 6-foot cornerback, but Bond had 48 catches, 611 yards for the Eagles, and 7 touchdowns, a productive season. Now a handoff straight ahead. Robichaux fights toward the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Boston College. Kai Robichaux is the Eagle in the end zone. A putative drive by Boston College. Do I even have to ask?
Don't bother. Go ahead.
Take a bow, Kai Robichaux. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Well, there's a textbook Boston College drive right there. No surprises. Well, there was the quarterback throwback, which was pretty slick, but primarily run-oriented. Only a couple passes in the drive, and they're starting to move SMU off the ball.
And the extra point is up and good by Liam Connor as BC grabs a 10-7 lead with 3:07 left in the half. That was a 10-play, 77-yard drive, a 6-yard touchdown by Kai Robichaux, the transfer from Western Kentucky. 8th touchdown of the season. Took 5:59 off the clock. Your McGovern Auto Group drive summary, McGovernAuto.com. From our lot to your driveway, our tools help you find a car quickly and easily. Also, all Eagle touchdowns brought to you by our good friends at Wegmans. They donate $100 to United Way of Massachusetts Bay and Merrimack Valley as part of the United We Score campaign. Wegmans, helping you live a healthier, better life through food. So we got a good one brewing at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. BC 10, number 17, SMU 7 with 3:07 left in the half. Come on back to Fenway Park after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Guys, we work hard and play even harder. That's why Hadjars believes that you should feel your best all the time. From casual wear to the perfect tailored suit for all the big and tall guys out there. Do yourself a favor and dress like the Eagles do on game day. Get to Hadjars, where they have been delivering confidence to the better-than-average man for the past 50 years. Visit Hadjar showrooms in Quincy or Burlington, or go to big-tall.com for more information. That's big-tall.com. Go BC!
Has the record rainfall taken a toll on your home? Dealing with damage to your roof can be an overwhelming experience. But with Mighty Dog Roofing, you can rest assured that you're in good hands. Whether it's the roof, gutters, or siding, with Mighty Dog Roofing, you're more than just a customer. You're our top priority. BC graduates and owners, Tony Munchak and Amy Highland, will help you restore your home to its former glory. Call Mighty Dog Roofing in Needham today. Your home's best friend. Go Eagles!
BC leads number 17 SMU 10-7 after Kai Robichaux's 6-yard touchdown run. Don't forget Friends of the Heights, great supporters of BC Athletics, the NIL Collective, supporting student athletes with name, image, and likeness opportunies. You can become a member of the collective and get autographed swag, access to exclusive events, and much more. Visit friendsoftheheights.com to become a member or make a donation. Scott Mutrin knows all about Friends of the Heights, one of the founding fathers of that organization. Mutrin is our Red Dome Realty sideline reporter. He's at straightaway center field, 420 feet away. And Scott Mutrin, you watched that impressive drive by BC. How'd they get it done?
Well, you know what? The key was Thomas Castellanos using his legs. SMU's playing a ton of man coverage. They don't account for the quarterback that way. They're bringing a lot of guys down in the box, committed to stopping the running game, but they're not taking care of the quarterback. Thomas Castellanos was deadly with his feet in that drive. BC continued that. It's a good recipe for that. But, and still have matching contributions for Friends of the Heights through the end of the year. Love to get all your contributions from BC Athletics. Help our athletes out. This Sideline Report brought to you by Red Dome Realty. Commercial, sales, leasing, property management. And did you see that snag off the 420 side I just made? Unfreaking believable. Hello.
Into the bullpen.
Yeah, dude, I sold out. The Tigers guy could have did that versus Big Poppy. They wouldn't have lost.
You look like Fred Lynn in his prime.
I'm better looking than Fred Lynn.
Liam Connor kicking off from left to right. Not sure about that. Big hole, though, on the kickoff return. Past the 40 to the 47-yard line. My goodness. A 40-plus yard return by SMU, and Liam Connor made the stop.
Now, one of the things that, adding to insult to injury, statistically speaking, is SMU extremely explosive in the kicking game. So BC had to really shore it up there, and you got to look at what they can do. And this was just north-south running, downhill, get to the point of attack. And when you look at kickoff returns, punt returns, they're nothing more than offensive plays that are spread out sideline to sideline rather than tight end to tackle. So good execution by SMU gives them good field position.
38-yard return by Keyshawn Smith. Toss sweep by the Ponies. Wide side of the field and out of bounds past the 50-yard line. As that was Jalen Knighton, the Miami transfer, the tailback. They call him Rooster. And 2:49 remaining in the half. BC leads 10-7. So they do a lot of wide zone runs today. They go tempo, no huddle, handoff. Knighton gets thrown down at midfield. Good stop by the Eagles. Cam Horsley, honorable mention, all-ACC defensive tackle, pro prospect, made the hit. He's gotten better every year. 300-pound defensive tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 4. That was no gain. Ball's at the 49 of the Eagles. As the rain continues to fall at Fenway. Small crowd. They sold about 20,000 tickets, but those that have come have enjoyed an entertaining first half. Jennings past the first line of defense on a QB draw right up the gut. And he's past the 45 to the 43, but there's a flag down on the far side of the field by the BC sideline.
But that would also be the SMU sideline.
True.
Those of you keeping track at home.
They're joint sidelines. SMU's in left field, BC's in left center.
They have a little conversation down there. And if you're listening at home, you hear these tap, tap. That is raindrops.
I knew you were going to start singing.
Offside. Defense number 35. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So problematic for BC's defense after they just scored moments ago, thanks to 47 yards rushing on the drive by Thomas Castellanos, who now has 11 carries for 90 yards. He's over 1,000 yards rushing for the season. SMU moving closer towards the end zone. They're at the plus 44, moving towards the home plate end zone from right to left. Jennings lined up in the gun, 2 wide to the near, back to throw, throws it right flat, caught by Levine, the fullback, spinning past the 45, and that met head on by Vinny DePalma, BC's leading tackler. Levine took it wide, but then moved back towards the near hash. DePalma had 87 tackles to lead the Eagles. 3rd-team All-ACC linebacker. But a first down pickup. Ball is at the 42 with 80 seconds remaining in the half, and the Eagles leading SMU 10-7.
They need a defensive hold here.
2nd down and 4. Shotgun snap, play fake. Jennings chased out of the pocket by the Eagles, and he is flushed it out of the pocket. Still on the run, though, at the 40. Now throwing, and it is caught at the 28-yard line. Are you kidding me? A miraculous throw by Kevin Jennings, who eluded 3 BC rushers, and he still made the throw on the run, somehow miraculously, to the receiver, Adam Moore, a backup tight end from Miami. My goodness. 20-yard gain. Jennings out of the pocket. Handoff Levine running wide to the near side, and he thumps it to the 24 before he's tackled.
Colin Rogers, their kicker, 20 for 26 attempts.
47 seconds left in the half as Stoutmeyer made the tackle for the Eagles, but a timeout SMU.
They got a long of 51.
Timeout SMU.
But he got a long of 51 yards. Rogers has missed a 36, a 38, a 40, a 48, and a 49. So you're talking about, I'd say iffy.
Yes, but still
capable.
Correct. Politically correct. Timeout of the field. SMU timeout. They are on the move as they trail BC 10-7 with 47 seconds left in the half. We will take timeout as well. Come on back to Fenway after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Go beyond your field of study and get a world-class education in leadership. As an Army officer, you'll work side by side with peers who support your growth, and you'll become a role model, mentor, and decision maker in any environment, at any scale. It's a challenging path, but along the way, you'll sharpen your skills and show yourself and those around you exactly what you're capable of. Decide to lead at goarmy.com/officer.
Hi, this is Paul Sullivan. Vehicle maintenance may be the last thing on your mind, but cars do need regular checkups. Come into any Sullivan Tire and our experts will let you know what looks okay or what may need attention. You decide what fits within your budget. Get the peace of mind that you deserve at a price you can afford.
Thanks, Paul. Make an appointment online by visiting sullivantire.com. And go BC Eagles.
.47 seconds left in the half as BC leads number 17 SMU 10-7. BC a 3-game losing streak. They did not score 10 points in a first half during any game during that 3-game losing streak. So maybe bucking some trends here, Pete. And you thought that this might be a game where SMU might be surprised by some things that BC has shown. The Eagles have 123 yards. SMU has 168. But moments ago, inexplicable. BC had 3 pass rushers hounding Kevin Jennings, and he somehow completed a 15-yard pass on the run to Adam Moore.
Good quarterbacks will do that. The kind of quarterback that Jennings is, he's a run asset. I'm not surprised they're not using him more the way Boston College is using Castellanos, but when those guys get under pressure, they have the ability to extend plays. And we talk about it when Castellanos does it, how difficult it is to play defense and hold your defensive position on a receiver for more than 4 or 5 seconds. And that play lasted about 20 seconds. So, really good job of avoiding the sack. And then an excellent job of throwing the ball on the run, finding the receiver, coming up with the key first down.
2nd down and 7, Mustangs. Ball at the 24 BC. 47 seconds left in the half. Kevin Jennings in the shotgun, 6-foot redshirt freshman quarterback, snapping between the hash marks, moving towards the home plate end zone. Back to throw, throws in the right flat, incomplete at the 25 for Tyler Levine. More pressure up the gut from BC's Quan Williams, a defensive tackle. Their 4-man defensive line, Ezaraku, Williams, Horsley, and Akpala. The linebackers, DePalma and Arnold. The corners, Jackson and Tucker. The safeties, Price and Pupil.
Perfect example of the quarterback under pressure, making a bad throw. The Eagles put in a really good job of closing the gate right there, forcing Jennings to come up a little short, ditching the ball to his receiver.
3rd down, 7. 42 seconds left in the half. Ball at the 24 BC. Jennings shotgun, scans the field, fires, caught at the 15. And that's a 9-yard gain. Good throw by Jennings. The hit was made by John Pupil. As it was corralled by Jordan Hudson, he made the reception. 28 catches, 7 touchdowns to lead the team. First down, SMU, ball at the 15. Back to throw in the gun. Jennings looking, scampers out of the pocket with some pressure. Still on the run, past the 10, running to the 7-yard line and stood up there. An 8-yard run by Kevin Jennings between the hash marks as DePalma made the stop along with KP Price. But an impressive answer to the BC 10-play scoring drive by the Ponies.
SMU, their second timeout of the half.
They have an 8-play, 49-yard drive going. It's taken 2:13 off the clock, and it's a team that averages over 40 points per game for a reason. We talked about their explosive nature. 465 yards per game, 180 of those on the ground, 285 through the air, 52 for 56 in the red zone with 38 touchdowns. They've only lost 5 fumbles. They've only thrown 8 interceptions, so a decorated offense.
How about 8 receivers who have averaged throughout the course of the season 26 catches each?
Amazing. Only team in the country that has 8 receivers with more than 300 or more yards.
Oh, an interesting stat here. SMU is 19-1 when they score first. And they did today.
No, the Eagles scored first.
Well, that's why I mentioned it. Checking to see if you're paying attention.
I was going to say, you play with me?
Yeah, I got it on my chart. That's why I write things down.
Throw to the end zone is batted away. Good pressure by Amari Jackson on the intended receiver, Jordan Hudson. Excellent play by Jackson. The ball was thrown towards the near corner of the end zone. Jennings trying to loft it, and Jackson had excellent coverage.
Yeah, tucked inside. They're trying to throw the ball over the top. Kind of drop it over the top, let the receiver run underneath it. But Boston College defensively in ideal position, taking away the inside. Now the complimentary play here is to throw the ball to the corner.
Well, it's 3rd down and 1 at the 6 of BC, right below us on the home plate end zone. Jennings is under center for the first time today. Deep back Levine, they fake the sweep, throws in the right flat, caught by Knighton, rolling into the touchdown. Jalen Knighton has a score for SMU. Outstanding answer by the Mustangs as they grab the lead again. My goodness, he was wide open in the right flat. That was easy. 6-yard throw, Jennings to Knighton.
That play keeps linebackers up at night. You get the back in coverage, and you get the back and the quarterback pressing the edge. You want to be true to the run game, but you have to respect the back. If you chase the quarterback, the receiver's open. If you cover the receiver, the quarterback has a soft edge. Puts the linebacker on an island. Very tough play to defend. And it resulted in a touchdown for SMU.
And an extra point by Colin Rogers is good. So it's 14-7 SMU. 10 plays, 55 yards, capped off by the 6-yard touchdown catch by Jalen Knighton, his first touchdown reception of the year. Took 2:52 off the clock after BC's 10-play scoring drive. And the touchdown for Kai Robichaux. SMU answers. So it's 14-10, 8 seconds remaining in the half. Mustangs lead by 4 points. A prohibitive favorite entering this game with a 9-game win streak and an 11-2 record. A team that felt they were snubbed by the committee. Thought this should be a New Year's 6-day bowl game team. There's been some entertaining games around bowl season. We saw Virginia Tech wallop AAC runner-up Tulane last night. Virginia Tech played well at the end of the year. They might be a tough out next year under Brent Pry. They got that running game going again. Kickoff by Rogers, line drive, bouncing on the Fenway grass and towards the end zone and out of bounds.
8 seconds left. It's kind of you sit there and you go, well, Boston College, they played reasonably well against a formidable opponent, statistically speaking. SMU loaded, numbers-wise in every area. But clearly the Boston College Eagles came in here with a sense of purpose here in the first half and it made this a football game. However, SMU has shown little flashes of brilliance, and that's been kind of the difference. They've been made a couple of plays. The Eagles have made their plays, don't get me wrong, but Well, it looks as though SMU was coming up with plays when they needed them. Boston College making little mistakes that SMU is good enough to take advantage of. So
Castellanos takes the knee in victory formation as they head to the locker room content with a 14-10 deficit from the 25-yard line. SMU headed to the visitors' dugout. BC headed to the Red Sox dugout. They dress in the Red Sox locker room today as the home team. But the Eagles trail SMU 14-10. Let's go down to Scott Muchin with Jeff Halley.
Coach, good first half for you guys to come out in these conditions in battle. Offensively, you started to get the running game going there at the end of the first half. What do you need to do offensively to keep it going in the second?
We got to run the ball. It's really hard to throw it. It's not that it's rained a lot right now, but it's just really wet. We'll see if it lightens up. We can throw it in the second half. And then defensively, we got a chance to sack them for about a loss of 25 and missed a couple tackles there, and then we give up the touchdown. Should have been up at halftime. Disappointing there.
Schematically wise, you guys look like you're in good position to make some plays. Looks like you have a pretty good feeling of what they're doing. What do you need to do second half to kind of corral them a little bit?
We got to tackle, and then we got to win on third down. A 3rd and 17 killed us. Again, when we get the quarterback in the backfield, we got to get him down.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach.
Yeah, well said by Jeff Halley. Have to take advantage of those opportunities, as you and Mute mentioned, defensively. Too many missed tackles and a terrific play by Jennings to elude 3 pass rushers. And Jennings was the story of the first half for SMU, 15 of 22. And he acquitted himself well for the injured Preston Stone at quarterback. But we get a ball game at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. SMU 14, BC 10 at halftime. Our Village Bank halftime show with Colin Wood is next on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Source Promo is the best choice for your company's branded promotional products and wearable needs. Source Promo works with you like an agency would and provides better service and pricing than the mega promo places you see on TV. When your brand or business needs help finding just the right thing for your promotional activation, sponsorship, staff engagement, or customer appreciation event, go to sourcepromo.com to get the conversation started. Source Promo is proud to be a partner of Boston College Athletics. Go Eagles!
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Hear the Eagles soar. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Great Hill Dental is the premier dental group in the Boston area. Winners of Boston Magazine Top Dentist 5 years in a row. The dentists of Great Hill Dental are the best in their field, caring for patients of all ages. Great Hill Dental provides a whole health dentistry approach, with all specialists on staff providing coordinated care in one location. Visit Great Hill Dental in Boston, Somerville, Braintree, Peabody, or Chelmsford and schedule an appointment today. Online at greathilldental.com.
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
30 minutes are in the books. Welcome to the Village Bank Halftime Show, featuring news and scores from around college football. The Halftime Show is brought to you by Village Bank. Your village, your bank.
Halftime at Fenway, SMU leads BC 14-10. Eagles fans, welcome to the Village Bank Halftime Report. Your village, your bank. Boston College is right in the middle of ACC Bowl action. First, we'll explore the matchups that are already in the books. A 4-0 start to the year for Syracuse results in a disastrous 6-7 ending. The Orange were pummeled by South Florida 45-0 in the Boca Raton Bowl. In the Gasparilla Bowl, Georgia Tech put up 284 rushing yards and closed the door on UCF 30-17 after finding themselves in a 14-0 hole early on. Duke got the job done in the Birmingham Bowl against Troy 17-10. Grayson Loftus filled in nicely late in the year after the injury to Riley Leonard. He threw 8 scores in his 5 games. 3 conference teams wrapped up their season yesterday. Heavy rain in the Military Bowl favored Virginia Tech. The Hokies defeated Tulane 41-20 behind Kyron Drones' 267 total yards and 3 combined scores. Over in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, UNC fell to West Virginia 30-10. The Tar Heels at one point in the season were ranked as high as number 10, but back-to-back losses to Virginia and Georgia Tech did quite a damper on their season. Down in Louisville, things started to unravel at the end. A 10-1 start with playoff hopes on the ropes, but they lost their final 3 as USC conquered the Cards 42-28 in the Holiday Bowl. Today from Yankee Stadium at 2:15, Rutgers squares off with Miami in the Pinstripe Bowl. This is a battle here between former co-workers Greg Schiano and Mario Cristobal. Major stakes for the Scarlet Knights, who are searching for their first winning season since 2014. Later in the day at 5:45, number 18 NC State and 25th ranked Kansas State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Tomorrow gets rolling at noon with a Gator Bowl, number 22 Clemson and Kentucky. Both of these teams have juice heading into this one. Tigers won 4 straight to close out, and Big Blue notched a huge victory over in-state rival Louisville. This Saturday at 4:30, the ACC closes out the year with number 6 Georgia against 5th ranked Florida State in the Orange Bowl. The 2 odd men out of the playoffs should certainly make for a fiery battle. Eagles and Mustangs in the Fenway Bowl, 14-10 in favor of SMU. Up next, we'll take a look at the New Year's 6 matchups as well as the college football playoffs. We know who's in, but who's taking it all? This is Boston College Football from Learfield.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
From the ACC to the Bean Pot, this is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
I'll tell you about the new Mass Millionaire Holiday Raffle from the Mass Lottery and how I feel about it. It's just $10 and here's what it includes. There's going to be weekly drawings of $20,000. Sweet! A $100 instant winner for every 100 tickets printed. Nice! And a $1 million top prize. Holy sleigh ride! So play the limited run Mass Millionaire Holiday Raffle today for just $10. Only from the Mass Lottery while supplies last. Visit masslottery.com for details. Must be 18 or older to play. Let's go!
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
Welcome back to the Village Bank Halftime Report, your village, your bank. SMU with a late score in the second quarter to climb back in front 14-10. Colin Wood here inside the Learfield Network studios, and it's time to break down the New Year's 6 matchups, including the final playoff games featuring a 4-team structure. We kick things off tomorrow night in Arlington with the Cotton Bowl, number 9 Missouri and 7th ranked Ohio State. This will be the 12th major bowl appearance for the Tigers, with the last coming in 2013 where they defeated Oklahoma State. Mizzou finished second in the SEC East behind Georgia and reached double-digit wins for the first time since 2014. As for the Buckeyes, this is a team with national title aspirations nearly each year. Their program has made a living off these games. They lost to rival Michigan for the third straight year in disappointing fashion, yet they have a chance to notch their 21st victory in a major bowl. Saturday features the last handful of college football in the 2023 calendar year. It gets rolling with 11th-ranked Ole Miss and number 10 Penn State in the Peach Bowl at noon. Lane Kiffin's team, the Rebels, took care of everyone on their schedule besides the typical obstacles, those being Alabama and Georgia, and they got outscored in those games 76-27. The same goes for the Nittany Lions, who lost their 7th in a row to Ohio State and have now dropped 3 in a row to Michigan. Nonetheless, they'll be squaring off in a high-powered matchup with both teams trying to reach 11 wins. Out in the desert, we got a good one. New Year gets underway at 1 p.m. with 8th-ranked Oregon and number 23 Liberty in the Fiesta Bowl. The Ducks try to walk out of the Pac-12 before heading to the Big Ten with another major bowl victory. They experienced 2 crushing defeats at the hands of Washington, one in the middle of the year, then of course the Pac-12 championship, where they were a field goal short each time around. Now the Flames out of Lynchburg, Virginia, get the New Year's 6th bid. They go 13-0 in their first year in Conference USA, pretty much demolishing everything that stood in their way. Now they have a chance to really put the program on the map with a win over Oregon. The committee made their decision on December 3rd. All kinds of questions, and now it's time for it to play out. 5 o'clock on January 1st, the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. This features number 4 Alabama and top-ranked Michigan. The Tide were on the outside looking in after a home loss to Texas early on. Next week, barely held on to take down South Florida, and questions at quarterback swirling all around the program. It was Jalen Milroe that finally settled into the role under center. They buckled down, went undefeated in the SEC, and dethroned the back-to-back champs of Georgia and Atlanta in the SEC title game. For Jim Harbaugh, it all fell into the place for the boys in Ann Arbor. Got to win over Ohio State for the 3rd year in a row, shut out Iowa in the Big Ten title game. Now let's see what the Wolverines can do in their 3rd straight appearance in the playoff. 2 years ago, they got throttled by Georgia in the semifinal. Then, of course, the heartbreaker at the hands of TCU last year. The second semifinal features number 2 Washington and 3rd-ranked Texas at 8:45 in the Sugar Bowl. The Huskies were resilient all year long, consistently finding a way to get it done. This is something that really stands out, though. They won their final 9 games of the year by 10 points or less. Quarterback Michael Penix Jr., recipient of the Maxwell Award, threw for over 4,200 yards and launched 33 scores for this high-octane offense. The turning point in the season for the Horns came against Kansas State. This was a game where they had a major lead, started to crumble towards the end. They had to make a goal line stand in overtime to avoid their second loss. And what do you know, Steve Sarkisian's defense got it. In the Big 12 championship, they blew the doors off Oklahoma State, 49-21, and they got the outside help they needed to reach their first ever playoff. Coming up, we'll inspect first half stats from the Fenway Bowl and assess the 14-10 score SMU would lead. You're listening to Boston College Football from Learfield.
State Electric's commitment to client satisfaction and excellence drives them to deliver best-in-class electrical contracting services on time and on budget. With more than 30 years' experience executing the most challenging and complex commercial, utility power, rail transit, and low-voltage systems projects throughout the Boston area, State Electric gives their clients the peace of mind that they will deliver proven experience and powerful performance on every job. Let's go Eagles and light up the competition.
Great Hill Dental is the premier dental group in the Boston area. Winners of Boston Magazine Top Dentist 5 years in a row. The dentists of Great Hill Dental are the best in their field, caring for patients of all ages. Great Hill Dental provides a whole health dentistry approach, with all specialists on staff providing coordinated care in one location. Visit Great Hill Dental in Boston, Somerville, Braintree, Peabody, or Chelmsford and schedule an appointment today. Online at greathilldental.com.
The maroon and gold live here. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey,
Eagles fans, Bertucci's has been around your neighborhood for decades, serving up those famous freshly baked rolls, delicious brick oven pizzas, pastas, calzones, and more using the freshest ingredients. We've got everything you need to host your next tailgate party and pizzas to keep you fueled throughout the year with 26 locations in Massachusetts to take care of your party needs. For more details, check us out at Bertucci's.com. Bertucci's Brick Oven Pizzeria, where food is handcrafted from the heart.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Welcome back to the Village Bank Halftime Report. Your village, your bank. Boston College led 10-7 late in the second quarter, but SMU with an answer, and now the Mustangs lead 14-10 at the break. Colin Wood here inside Learfield Studio 3 to break down stats of first half action. We'll start off with the boys from Dallas. Quarterback Kevin Jennings has been consistent, 15 of 22 for $122 and that late touchdown strike to Knighton, having a hard time stretching the field in these horrible rainy conditions. There's not really a lone rusher that stands out for SMU, but it's been balanced after a slow start to the ground game, 70 yards total as a team. Switch it over to the Eagles. Thomas Castellanos with all the horsepower in the first half. He's got 96 of the 123 total yards, 90 of those with his legs. Pretty much sticking to the script for the majority of the season. Kai Robichaux chipped in nicely, though, 20 on the ground, and the 6-yard touchdown scamper that got them across the plane for the first time. So the summary there for the most part, SMU had more offensive balance as BC has relied heavily on the run game. Penalties have killed the Ponies, though, majority of those coming on special teams, 6 for 49 compared to 2 for 10 on the Maroon side. Boston College playing a very clean game there in the first half. Third downs, Mustangs doing a good job keeping drives alive, 5 of 8. BC not so bad as well, 3 of 6. SMU 1 of 1 on fourth down. Boston College yet to gamble as their 4th and 2 attempt early on was canceled due to a false start. And the guys mentioned on that play that easily could have been a house call, but it got called back, 4th and 7, and then a missed field goal. That's going to do it for our Village Bank Halftime Report. Coming up, the guys will get you ready for the second half of the Fenway Bowl, where SMU leads Boston College 14-10. Stay right here on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Eagles fans, do you have money questions? The team at Empower can help you tackle them so you have a clear understanding of where your finances are today and where they're headed. Plus, with the free Empower Personal Dashboard, you can link your accounts to see your net worth, plan for retirement, create budgets, and more. It's time to change the game and take control of your financial future. Are you ready to empower what's next? Make the right call at empower.com and get your free Empower Personal Dashboard today.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Boston College 1992 alum Matt McGovern is the proud owner of the McGovern Auto Group, Boston's fastest growing family of car dealerships. Matt is proud to serve BC, its students, alumni, and their families, with 22 dealerships across the Boston Metro and over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Don't settle for a new vehicle from just anyone. Join your fellow Eagles Matt McGovern, Mark Walker, and Tom Kilgariff at McGovern Auto Group. Visit them online at McGovernAuto.com. Go Eagles!
The hustle and bustle of Christmas is over, and it's time to treat myself for all of my hard work. So of course I went to Kohl's, and boy I'm glad I did, because it's their biggest clearance event of the season. I saved 70% on a cute pair of jeans, a cozy sweater, and some comfy PJs. Yep, going to Kohl's was just what I needed. Now to get back in the holiday spirit for New Year's. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Boston College. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Boston College and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by Boston College.
And welcome back to rainy Fenway Park. Getting set for the start of the second half of the Wasabi Fenway Bowl with Pete Cronin and Scott Mutrin. I'm John Mita Peralt. Thanks to Colin Wood with the Village Bank halftime show as the Eagles were outgained 192-122 in the first half. They had 8 first downs. SMU had 14. SMU efficient on third down. They were 5 for 8. BC was 3 for 6. But the story was Thomas Castellanos with his legs, Pete Cronin. He's over 1,000 yards rushing for the season. He had 11 carries for 90 yards, 3 for 7 passing, just 6 yards. And Jeff Halley told Mute at halftime that they're going to have to run the ball more, and that's indicative of the weather conditions. But SMU got terrific play from their quarterback, redshirt freshman Kevin Jennings, who was 15 of 22 for 122 yards and the 1-yard touchdown at the end of the half to Jalen Knighton.
Well, it looks like Boston College is, we've been talking about it all along. They live and die by the run game, and despite the fact that Thomas Castellanos had a really good half, he had 90 yards rushing in the first half. His supporting cast was not nearly as productive. You got Robichaux had 20 yards net. Johnson had 6 yards. So what's happening is in run situations, SMU's done a really good job of shoring up. There's a defense that's only given up 111 yards a game on the ground. It's kind of they're saying, okay, you want to run against us? We're playing man coverage. We're going to go downhill with our cornerbacks, with our safeties, with our linebackers. We're going to play man coverage behind it, and we're going to defy your ability to run the ball against us. So then you've got that concept, the picket fence concept, where they're really loading the box, not maybe loading the box by alignment, but on the snap they load the box. What you got to do is punch a hole in it. And if you can punch a hole in it, you get the explosives. And that's another thing that is kind of jumping at me. BC has got 4 explosives today, where they are averaging only 2 per game coming into this game, the last 4 games of the season. They've got a rushes of 20, 13, 18, and 12, which means that element has been reintroduced. That's the good news. The bad news is they're not getting it from their receivers. They're getting it from their quarterback.
SMU to kick it off to start the second half after BC won the toss and deferred. We're underway for the second 30 here at Fenway Park, fielded by Lewis Bond as he runs it from right to left, right up the middle of the field, past the 30 to the 31-yard line, 15-yard return off the kickoff from Colin Rogers. And it's first down BC, wearing the maroon jerseys, the maroon pants, the gold helmets, the white numbers. This is the first uniform combo that they've had since 2015 when they lost to Wake Forest 3-0 in Chestnut Hill. SMU, white jerseys, white pants, and white helmets with the pony on the helmet. They're coached by Rhett Lashley, BC coached by Jeff Halley. As the Eagles transfer quarterback from Central Florida, Thomas Castellanos, will take a shotgun snap from Drew Kendall. Eagles playing without Christian Mahogany, first team All-ACC guard. He opted for the NFL draft. Handoff Robichaux, running east-west, across the 30, stumbling to the 35, and tackled by Jonathan McGill, SMU safety. And it's a gain of about 4 for Kai Robichaux. In the first half, he had 6 carries for 20 yards and a 6-yard touchdown. The only touchdown by the Eagles. The other points, a 45-yard season-tying long field goal from freshman Liam Connor.
Pretty stout secondary back here. McGill and Nokokobia is between them. They get over 110 tackles.
And a penalty marker after a shotgun snap to Castellanos. Didn't even get the playoff.
False start. Offense number 67. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
And those are ones you shake your head at, Pete.
Pre-snap penalties. It's as old as dirt. You want to do that? Take your Derringer out and aim it at your big toe and pull the trigger.
Do you remember we had Tom O'Brien earlier on our broadcast?
Oh, not
this season. He was in the booth.
Not a happy camper.
He was not happy with the amount of pre-snap penalties when we had him on the air. Quarterback draw, Castellanos right up the middle, past the 35 to the 38. Got 8 yards on 2nd down and 11 before he was tackled by Charles Woods, a corner, a senior from Dallas by way of Illinois State and West Virginia, as they have mined the transfer portal for Rhett Lashley. Many members of this defense are from other schools. Now it's a 3rd and 5 for the Eagles, just underway, 13.5 to play, third quarter. They trail SMU 14-10. 3 wides to the far, single wide, tight end Jeremiah Franklin to the near. Back as a protector, Alex Broom. Shotgun snap, Castellanos flips it, right flat, Broom. Got it past the 40, spinning past the 45, now still on his feet past the 50, to the plus 44, and a first down for Alex Broom. How do you like that? Wide open in the far flat, made his way down the rest of the field for a first down for Boston College as they keep the drive going. Stop was made by Ahmad Walker. Eagles go to tempo and no huddle. And it is a jet sweep. Big hole for Gino Tomlin past the 40 to the 38. Stumbling for 6 yards goes Tomlin, his first carry of the game. First time he's touched the ball today. The son of Steelers coach Mike Tomlin, as Kobe Wilson made the stop. But the Eagles with some nice industrious work on the offensive side to start the second half.
You get Alex Broom, 5'6", 192-pounder. He's kind of a jump cut guy at the line of scrimmage. I think he's more of an asset catching the ball out of the backfield. Got to look at it right there with a big gain.
The Eagles moving right to left. Play fake. Castellanos, plenty of time. Looking, still on his feet. Throwing, caught by Bond. Had to come back for the ball at the 35. And now he's tackled at the 28. Good job by Lewis Bond up the far hash to make the catch from Thomas Castellanos, who had about 5 seconds to throw and found the open Bond. Eagles still going tempo inside the 30 of SMU, driving towards the home plate end zone, right below us from right to left. Castellanos 2 wides to the far, single wide, Reed Harris to the near. He looks to the near side, and he throws, and it's intercepted. Bad throw, picked off at the 15. Ball's loose, scooped up by SMU. Still has it and tackled at the 15-yard line. My goodness, a poor throw by Thomas Castellanos. That's been a problem all year. Alex Kilgore made the interception, and the fumble was recovered by Isaiah Wokobia, and SMU has the football.
Rolling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down.
What a killer for BC. A drive ender and an interception thrown by Castellanos. That is his 14th interception of the season. Dicey throw in coverage. We'll take a timeout, get your thoughts on it, Pete, right after this. 11:28 remaining third quarter. SMU 14, BC 10. Come on back to Fenway Park and the Wasabi Fenway Bowl after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, this is Paul Sullivan. Vehicle maintenance may be the last thing on your mind, but cars do need regular checkups. Come into any Sullivan Tire and our experts will let you know what looks okay or what may need attention. You decide what fits within your budget. Get the peace of mind that you deserve at a price you can afford.
Thanks, Paul. Make an appointment online by visiting SullivanTire.com. And go BC Eagles.
Life is full of choices. How to manage your time, your energy, and even your money. But what if you were given the chance to stop and get rewarded for the way you want to bank? That's the power of Evolve Rewards Checking from the Village Bank. Rewarding banking for the way you choose to live. Visit village-bank.com and evolve today. The Village Bank. Member FDIC. Member DIF.
BC trails number 17, SMU 14-10 with 11:28 remaining in the third quarter. Interception by Thomas Castellanos inside the 20-yard line of the Ponies. In business for over 55 years, Saltmarsh Insurance Agency can handle all of your insurance needs, from homeowners to auto to commercial policies and beyond. Saltmarsh Insurance in Winchester. They have expertise in stellar customer service, as you and your team covered. Check them out at saltmarshinsurance.com and see why they're a Boston College fan favorite. Pete Cronin, a poor decision by Thomas Castellanos, his 14th interception of the season, and Alex Kilgore was the beneficiary for SMU.
Well, you're on the 21-yard line. You know, you're moving the ball. You're in scoring position, and you know you've got to have that awareness, that game awareness, situational awareness of where you are, what's at stake, and you know Castellanos gets caught in the moment, and you know they're going to look at that, and he did a couple of things really well. Keeping the play alive, but then making the decision. You mentioned it's all about the poor decision, throwing the ball into a gaggle of defenders, and you know the result is an interception. You know, in the red zone. I mean, we've seen this movie before. It's no way to run a railroad.
Nope, and SMU has some momentum as they play in the shadows of the home plate end zone with Kevin Jennings ready to take a shotgun snap. Kamara Wheaton is the back next to him as protector. Haven't seen him today. 2 wides to the near, single wide to the far. Receiver in the slot is Jake Bailey, who led them in receptions in the first half. Now play fake. Jennings scans the field, rolls to the right, throws on the run, rips it, and it's caught, and then bobbled out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, that's a ball. We were right on the sidelines, so that'll jollify the Boston College sidelines. And, you know, that's a big play. Went for the big bite of the apple and just ran out of real estate.
Jollify is a soggy dollar word of the game. We could use some soggy dollar weather. The weather has shifted a little bit. The rain has stopped, but it's still cold. 42 degrees. It was raining heavy throughout the first half. Field's in pretty good condition. Ball was intended for Romello Brinson. 2nd down and 10. Jennings shotgun throw. It's caught by Bailey between the hashes, past the 20 to the 26. He gains a first down of 11 yards. Cam Arnold, weak side linebacker, 3rd leading tackler for BC during the year, made the stop. But a first down throw by Kevin Jennings. Tempo. 3 wides left, single wide right. Back is protector left Wheaton. He gets the call. Running east-west, and he's tackled. Well done by Cam Horsley. Tackled at the 25 as Horsley made the initial stop, and then Quan Williams, a fellow defensive lineman, helped bring him down. Excellent tackle by Horsley. He's 2nd down and 10. 2 wides to the left, 2 wides to the right. Back is protector left. Snapping between the hashes, left to right. Jennings throws right down the sideline. Incomplete for Brinson. Sailed on him at the plus 42. Good coverage by Amari Jackson, who had a nice first half for the Eagles. They'll be 3rd down and 10 for SMU. They lead BC 14-10 with 10:33 left in the 3rd quarter.
See if Boston College can dial up a little pressure here. That's the one thing. Continue to harp on. Quarterback under pressure is subject to making bad decisions. 2 young quarterbacks, both very athletic, very productive, but both suffering from the spoils of youth.
Jennings airs it out deep left side towards the BC sideline. Sight adjustment by the receiver, but incomplete at the 35. Boy, that ball sailed on Kevin Jennings, and the receiver would have been miraculous for him to bring it down. That was Hudson. Jared Hudson was the intended receiver, but now SMU will have to punt. So the Eagles force a 3-and-out. Great possession, great series for Boston College defense. In a situation, a big momentum shift, points off the board, you got to bow up. Eagles do so, going to get the ball back in pretty good field position. Buchevsky with a punt, had one partially blocked. This time he angles it towards the right, and out of bounds, it bounces on the near sideline. Good field position for BC at their 44. Buchevsky's a transfer punter. It was a 30-yard punt, no return, with 10:19 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Eagles see if they can capitalize on some nice field position 6 yards from midfield. They trail number 17 SMU 14-10 with 10:19 left in the 3rd. Come on back to Fenway Park after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
This is JP Plunkett, BC 93. I'm excited to join my classmates this fall in celebration of our 30th reunion and to reminisce about coaches Bicknell and Coughlin and players like Willie Hicks, Glenn Foley, and Mike Mamula. I'm also excited about my firm, Red Dome Realty, commercial, sales, leasing, and advisory. We focus on Eastern Massachusetts and reach beyond via my relationship with NAI Global, 617-999-4993. Red Dome Realty, 617-999-4993. Go get 'em, Eagles.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
BC trails number 17 SMU 14-10 at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. The bowl group did a terrific job throughout the last couple days putting this game on. Despite some poor weather conditions today, they're doing their best to make sure this thing keeps on track, and they're out there tending to the field, Pete, as they've done throughout here, as the rain has stopped, but the grounds crew is still there. I don't see David Meller out there, the longtime Fenway Park grounds crew guy, but his assistants are there, and they're trying to patch this thing together.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty cool, though, considering this thing's been down since Thanksgiving. Surface is pretty solid, but like you said, this is sacred ground. You know, I do have it on high authority that SMU on the sidelines is shivering like baby penguins in the Arctic breeze. They're down there because they are chilled to the bone. This is an unfamiliar environment they're in. And somebody made an observation, Dan Rubin in particular, I won't mention his name on the air, but said that they are literally shivering on the sidelines. So that's a little thing, but it can make a big difference.
They didn't bring any heaters from Dallas?
These are all heated seats they're on. Look at them. They're crowding around them like it's a campfire.
Put some s'mores on that fire, Pete. Where are my Christmas cookies, by the way?
I ate them.
First down, handoffs. Big hole for Robichaux. Past the 50 and tackled at the 46. Kai Robichaux, a huge hole opened up by Drew Kendall, the BC center, as Brian Massey, a safety, saved a possible touchdown. Robichaux had a 6-yard touchdown score in the second quarter, but outstanding hole opened up by the BC offensive line for a first down.
You notice how the secondary is tackling like at the knees? This is called hurdle time. You take a chance on one of these guys, you hurdle this defender, you might go for 6.
That was a 10-yard rumble by Robichaux. Shotgun for Castellanos. Screen pass this time to Robichaux. Eludes a tackle, and he is tackled at the 44. Got by the first line of defense, but not the second line, as Kobe Wilson, linebacker junior from Snellville, Georgia, by way of Temple, made the stop. 3 yards for Robichaux. It'll be 2nd and 7 Eagles with 9:20 left in the third quarter. They trail SMU 14-10. SMU 15-play scoring drive of the first half. Longest scoring drive of the season for them. Castellanos shotgun, 2 wides, receiver in motion, and a penalty marker. Multiple markers on the field.
False start. Offense number 79. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
It's on Kevin Klein, right guard, filling in for Christian Mahogany, who is opted out due to the NFL draft.
That's Boston College's 4th penalty. Only to be eclipsed by SMU with 2, 4, 6 penalties. So the thing about Boston College is much better with penalties than they were early in the season, but they just tend to come at just such inopportune times.
Castellanos in the gun on 2nd and 12 from the plus 49, throwing screen, caught and hit for a loss. Alex Broom at the minus 45. They just lost 6 yards in the right flat. It was stymied by Cale Sanders, a safety, by way of Fresno State. And that was dicey.
Well, see what the penalty does. you know, you're kind of in the driver's seat. You're grooving, got everything going. Penalty knocks you back, puts you behind the sticks. Try to throw the ball to a screen. You got people out there set up pretty well. You get a couple of whip blocks. Next thing you know, you're really behind the sticks. You need to hire an Uber to get a first down.
3rd and 15. Eagles on 3rd down, 4 for 7. Ball is at the minus 46. Castellanos moving right to left, far hash. Back to throw out of the gun. Looking, backpedaling, throwing, and it is dropped by Bond at the 40. Could have had it. Late hit was applied to fluster him by Johari Rogers, this corner from Florida by way of Arlington, Texas. But still a missed opportunity for the Eagles on 3rd and 15. It was a good throw by Castellanos. Bond could not hold on, and a rugged hit by Rogers, and the Eagles have to pump for the second time.
Yeah, this is a stout group back there. They're a really good defense, no question about it.
DiLoretto into punt, transfer from WPI from right to left as Bailey waits, so let it bounce on the grass. Takes a fortuitous roll for the Eagles, and it's downed at the 12 by the long snapper Michael Wright. 42-yard punt by Lauren DiLoretto. And 7:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter. SMU 14, BC 10. Empower is honored to be a part of the Boston College community and is a proud sponsor of BC Athletics. So would you leave those Christmas cookies home?
No, I ate them. I told you.
You ate them?
They're in his belly.
They were good.
Oh, goodness.
Kidding me? That's what New Year's resolution.
Last time I saw Deb Cronin, she promised me some cookies.
And Mater needs his cookies.
She'll get them to you next time she sees you. Next May.
Off to Sarasota. Handoff, L.J. Johnson straight ahead. Past the 15 to the 18. Cam Arnold makes the stop. He gets 6 yards. Johnson, transferred from Texas A&M. Well, they come at you at waves. SMU over 200 yards. The Eagles have 181. Shotgun snap, handoff, Johnson straight ahead again. This time to the 20 for 2 on 2nd and 4. Cam Horsley on the stop along with Kari Johnson, a transfer safety from Arkansas.
It's evident that halftime conversation was about establishing the run against Boston College. Here we go with 3rd down and short.
They've rushed for 78 yards. They've thrown for 133. The Ponies have 3rd down and 2. Jennings, handoff Johnson, 1st down and more to the 24-yard line. Davion Crouch, linebacker, made the stop. But they keep it moving with 6:37 remaining in the 3rd quarter and a 4-point lead over BC. 2 wide to the left, single wide to the right. Back as a protector left, Johnson. Jennings takes the snap. Clean pocket. Now it breaks down. Ezaraku missed him. Jennings takes off and slides up the right hash to the 30-yard line for 6 yards. Kevin Jennings taking off and running with it. That's his 5th carry of the game for 31 yards. So he's done a nice job acquitting himself in the absence of their starting quarterback, Preston Stone. Jennings started the AAC championship game against Tulane. They blew out Tulane. That was a 26-14 win for them. Stone broke his leg against Navy. They do expect him back next year. They call it the Stone Age in Dallas. Pop pass on a jet sweep. Past the 30 to the 34 with a flag down.
Are they going to get SMU for an illegal hit? Blindside shot.
Personal foul. Illegal blindside block. Offense number 9. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat, 2nd down.
A lot of times you see big yards gained after, for a particular play, and you go back and look it over, and somebody did something wrong.
We apologize for some extracurricular activity down there as well. Moochie Dixon, that's only the first time he's got the ball today, and he's a weapon that they haven't used. Transfer from Texas, 24 catches, 420 yards, 4 touchdowns. But that will push them back.
There's a penalty that really hurts.
Boy, that pushes them back all the way to the 14-yard line. Right below us on the near hash, they will snap it. Second down and 14. They were approaching the 40, but now they're at their own 14. Back to throw Jennings. Screen left caught by Knighton. Past the 15 and out of bounds at the 18. Pushed out by Davion Crouch. He gets 4 yards in the left flat. Stops the clock with 5:34 left in the third. Now it runs again. Eagles trail the Mustangs 14-10 at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. SMU noticeably slowing it down. They like to play with tempo, but now they're draining the clock. Eagles substituting liberally for their defensive coordinators Oz Abdul Rahim and Sean Duggan. 4 men up front. Neto Akpala and Donovan Ezeraku on the edge. Williams and Horsley on the inside. Jennings, shotgun, back to throw with some pressure. Rifles it, and it's caught by Dixon. Past the 35 to the 39. 21-yard gain on 3rd down and 16. They converted a 3rd and 17 in the first half. Now a 3rd and 16. 21 yards to Moochie Dixon. My goodness, that hurts. 2 wides left, 2 wides right. Tempo now for SMU at their 39. Jennings to throw. Throws it left, and it's caught at the 45, spinning out of a tackle at the 47. So that's an 8-yard gain. Keyshawn Smith, transfer from Miami, 23 catches, 3 touchdowns this year, makes the catch. 2nd and 2. Jennings a shotgun handoff. Knighton past the first line of defense has a first down. They're in plus territory at the 45. Jalen Knighton slipping through a tackle, a missed tackle. First down for SMU at the plus 47 with under 4 to play in the third quarter. It's been a scoreless third quarter. SMU leads 14-10. 2 wides left, 2 wides right. Jennings shotgun, looks right. Now down the middle, now to the left. Jennings running out of the left. Still on his feet. Throws deep towards the end zone. Diving catch attempt incomplete. Incomplete for Keyshawn Smith. The senior 6'1", 191. Would have been a miraculous grab. Jennings led him in the left corner of the right field end zone.
Got to give credit to Boston College defensively in the secondary. Really holding up. No pressure to speak of. Jennings back there having a picnic lunch and wait for his receivers to get open. And actually, one does come open, but let's blame it on the weather conditions, the heavy wet ball. Another drop.
Yeah, that would have been a heck of a catch, though. 2nd down and 10. Jennings back to throw, looks left, wide open the flat. LJ Johnson, he's got it, moves past the tackle to the 45, now to the 42. Initial hit was made by Carter Price, a freshman corner. Stumbled forward for 5 yards with 3:20 left in the third.
BC needs this one. 3rd down situation. You got to get it. Got to convert.
It's 3rd and 4, Pete. On 3rd down, the Ponies are 7 for 11. They've gained 258 yards. The Eagles have 173. 166 of those through the air for Kevin Jennings, who's 20 of 31 for a touchdown. Now he's in the shotgun, fakes, moves right, throws, caught, past the 40 to the 35. First down for LJ Johnson, tackled at the 31. 12-yard gain. Cam Arnold made the stop. Check that, Donovan Ezeraku on the tackle. First down, SMU, 12 yards, right flat. They go to the left flat, they go to the right flat. It's been wide open.
Well, once again, they're just trying to get their guy in space. They're taking some deep shots, but they're good. They think they're more athletic on the perimeter.
Knighton's been tough as a receiver. 4 catches and a touchdown. Now he gets the call, inside run. Couple yards to the 27. Line of scrimmage was the 32. Ran into the teeth of the BC line. And a timeout. Injury timeout for the Eagles. Looks like Neto Akpala is down. Defensive end who recovered a fumble in the first half. And we will have a timeout on the field. So 2:03 left, third quarter, rapidly moving third from the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. SMU 14, BC 10. Come on back to the back bay after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Source Promo is the best choice for your company's branded promotional products and wearable needs. Source Promo works with you like an agency would and provides better service and pricing than the mega promo places you see on TV. When your brand or business needs help finding just the right thing for your promotional activation, sponsorship, staff engagement, or customer appreciation event, go to sourcepromo.com to get the conversation started. Source Promo is proud to be a partner of Boston College Athletics. Go Eagles!
Hey Eagles fans, let's get messy. Did you know you can now order up cheesesteaks and fries and have them delivered right to your door? Dig into the fresh, gooey cheesesteak classic with grilled onions and plenty of melted cheese, or check out our spicy chipotle or buffalo chicken sandwiches. To order your craveable cheesesteaks and fries, go to pardonmycheesesteak.com. You can choose pickup or delivery when you order at pardonmycheesesteak.com. Awesome cheesesteaks and loaded fries delivered.
Today's game is brought to you by our great friends at Great Hill Dental, a proud partner of BC Athletics. Great Hill Dental, the Boston area's premier dental group. He's Pete Cronin. I'm John Mita-Perrell. Our Red Dome Realty Sideline reporter is Scott Mutrin. Steve Chaccio is our producer. You see Ray Perrone, Varsity Club president, in our broadcast booth. Cozy environs of our broadcast booth. It's SMU 14, BC 10, 2:03 left, third quarter. But the story of the game for SMU has been extended drives. They had that 15-play drive I told you about in the first quarter, their longest scoring drive of the season. This is a 12-play, 61-yard drive ongoing. They have the ball at the BC 27 after the injury timeout, and BC's allowing third and long conversions.
You get SMU right where you want them, third and long. They spread you out, and then you either pressure the quarterback, and you run the risk of playing man coverage behind it and getting beat one-on-one. That's happened. And then, or you change up. You say, well, we're going to go with a three-man rush, and we're going to play pass defense. And the quarterback sits back there, and he hangs out with Yogi Bear and has a picnic lunch. And he's got all the time in the world to throw the ball. So the BC's got to find the happy medium. They've seen that pressure on this quarterback results in positively for them. Jennings is throwing interceptions due to pressure, poor throws. That's where I would place my bets. Try to continue to keep pressure in this guy.
Jennings in the shotgun on second down and 5. Hand off to Knighton, who gets stifled. Nothing going for Knighton. The ball loose for a moment, and SMU gets it back. But Jalen Knighton ran into the defensive line of the Eagles, led by Clive Wilson, and Knighton is down now. Slow to get up. Jalen Knighton, now he runs off the field, or limps off the field. 5'10", 185-pound running back. Didn't get much run at Miami. Left Mario Cristobal's program, but Rhett Lashley's been happy to have him, and Lashley knew him well because he was the former offensive coordinator at Miami for 2 years.
Incestuous business, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The network. Third down and 5. Jennings to throw. Pressured. Rips it incomplete. BC brought him down. Good pressure by Cam Arnold and Chris Banks, defensive tackle, to fluster Kevin Jennings. And that time they cannot convert on 3rd and 5. So the Eagles will force a field goal attempt. This will be a 45-yard attempt from Colin Rogers, who was 20 of 26 this year with a long of 51.
And you look at the uprights in that end zone, pretty stiff breeze left to right.
Yeah, he's kicking towards the right field end zone.
No flag, though.
And they'll kick between the hash marks. Trying to take a 17-10 lead with 87 seconds left in the third quarter. Rogers, the right-footed kicker, the snap, and it is blocked partially. Eagles got it. I think it was Amari Jackson who got a hand on it, along with KP Price. So the special teams coming up big for BC. It's a 4-point lead for SMU. Outstanding special teams for Boston College.
Well, you got a block punt in the first half, block field goal attempt here. big time. I mean, Boston College has been kind of quiet on special teams throughout the season, but coming up big here. Hats off to Matt Thurin, special teams coach. They got something every week, Meat. Every week they get something on their opponent, and they've had a month to prepare themselves for this one. And it's not only their preparedness, but it's also, give credit where credit is due. Great execution.
Possible game-changing play. Blocked field goal, 45-yard attempt. Castellanos in the shotgun. Scampers out of it, and now he's tackled. Boy, he had some chance to capitalize on real estate, but he gets brought down at the 28, at the far hash. Thomas Castellanos, who was rushed for 96 yards with a long of 19. He's over 1,000 on the season. Second BC quarterback to do that, behind Tyler Murphy, who did it 10 years ago. Second and 10, no gain, under a minute to play in the third. Receiver in motion, Bond. Far side to near side. They move right to left. Snapping between the hashes. Play fake. Castellanos throwback. Caught by Robichaux. Across the 30 to the 35 to the 40 to the 44. Goes Kai Robichaux. 17 yards in the right flat. And a first down for the Western Kentucky transfer, who has the BT touchdown, a 6-yard run.
And the play here, he gets out free. He's out in the flat. But his defender, the linebacker who has him in coverage, slips. He slips and falls, and during that he's pretty athletic getting back up off the ground to make the tackle, but it cost him 17 yards.
Good way to end the third quarter. First down gain of 15 yards for Kai Robichaux. The final 15 is coming up from the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. The good news is the rain has stopped, but it's cold. Elements have been an issue. The Eagles try to pick up their first win and end this 3-game losing skid, as they're 1-3 in their last 4. SMU has won 9 straight. 14-10 SMU at the end of 3. Come on back to Fenway Park after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Trying to take a 17-10 lead with 87 seconds left in the third quarter. Rogers, the right-footed kicker, the snap, and it is blocked partially. Eagles got it. I think it was Amari Jackson who got a hand on it, along with KP Price. So the special teams coming up big for BC. It's a 4-point lead for SMU. BC special teams, Pete always harps on it, game within the game, and they blocked the kick. 45-yard attempt at the waning stages of the third quarter. It's 14-10 as we get set for the start of the fourth quarter at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. He's Pete Cronin. I'm John Meade-Perrell. Scott Mutrin, our Red Dome Realty sideline reporter. Pete, we'll start with you for your keys to the fourth quarter for Boston College.
Well, I'm going to take a page out of Jeff Halley's book. Got to run the ball. I mean, run it, and ideally not use your quarterback on an exclusive basis. So if you can get the run game going inside, but what's going to help, all these swing screens, they're going to force SMU to kind of play more of the field. You got to get them to play sideline to sideline, play deeper, less downhill, and when you get that going, you can start to run the ball between the tackles where they want to do it. Now, it's got to be a perfect quarter in terms of mistakes. So we'll just keep an eye out, in particular, penalties and turnovers. So those are the two things that haunt Boston College if they do rear their ugly head.
Duke, what do you have for us?
No, I think BC's finally done a good job executing their screen game. It's been problematic throughout the season, but they're hitting some screen game. SMU's aggressive. They're front. You're not second in the nation because you don't go after the quarterback in sacks, right? So these guys get up the field, use their pass rush against them, and hit some big plays when they get up field. And also, they got to use Thomas Castellanos' legs. Got to use him in this situation. He's just so dynamic. When SMU's going to play man coverage, you got to take advantage of that here in the second half as the rain has stopped and the cold is set in.
Yeah, good point, Mead, about the sacks. They only have one sack. SMU's second in the nation with 47 sacks. Robichaux on first down and 10 from the -42, straight ahead to the 44, up the left hash. He got stopped by Cameron Robertson, a defensive end. So it's about 3 yards for Robichaux. Second down and 7, just underway fourth quarter, with SMU leading the Eagles 14-10. BC has not won a bowl game since 2016. That was at the Quick Lane Bowl when they beat Maryland. Robichaux, the back of the pistol. Single wide left, Jaden Skeet. Single wide right. Play fake. Castellanos looking to throw on the run. Chased out of the pocket, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. So that play broke down. No one was open for Thomas Castellanos. You guys have talked a lot about Castellanos' trouble as a pocket passer. And such a tough day to throw the ball. He's 8 for 14 for 50 yards, 1 interception. That was a big one inside the 20-yard line of SMU. I know you put a star by that one, Pete.
Yeah, that's you look back and you look at the net effect of some of the big plays in this game. Give SMU credit. They're a pretty good football team, but then Boston College has gone toe-to-toe with them.
Third down and 7. Castellanos shotgun, snapping near hash from the -45, throws right, and it is caught. Past midfield goes Jaden Skeet, the pride of Catholic Memorial.
You stand corrected.
Yes, sir. I am coachable.
Way to grow, me. Way to learn from that. I'm so proud of you.
You know, John DiBiaso is a friend. I'm sure he's listening. His son's on the BC coaching staff.
You should hear what the CM grads were saying in my text chain about you.
I'm sure they were rumbling. You say Everett. It's like calling, Alex Verdugo, a former Red Sox now.
He is.
I know he is.
Still.
He will be for a long time.
First down, like you're a former Hall of Famer, Pete, or a current Hall of Famer. First down and 10 for the 48. Castellanos flips one for Bond down the left side, incomplete at the 20-yard line. Good coverage by SMU's Jahari Rogers, stride for stride with Lewis Bond. Castellanos kind of threw it up for grabs. Bond has been covered throughout the day.
Castellanos threw the ball inside the numbers. Bond was defended outside the numbers. The idea is Bond's going to run underneath it, but he was well defended. Defender was inside and tried to fight through the resistance, but unable to do so.
And I think kudos to the refs. They've been consistent in not calling the hand fouls back there. BC's gotten away with some as well, so at least they're consistent in not calling contact.
Second and 10 throw across the middle, caught by Skeet. Moves it past the 30 to the 25. Still on his feet. Skeet carrying, tackles to the 14. Jaden Skeet, 33 yards. First down, Boston College. How do you like that? Right down Broadway. Terrific throw by Castellanos. Eagles on the move. They're at the 15. 3 wides left, single wide, Bond to the right, moving left to right. Castellanos takes off. Castellanos to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Thomas Castellanos is the Eagle in the end zone. Do I even have to ask?
Don't bother.
Take a bow, Thomas Castellanos. You got 6. BC's back in front.
That is a textbook Boston College drive, and they did it in short order. Entering the fourth quarter, they did it with plays of kind of mediocre stuff: 1 yard, 2 yard, 1 yard, 3 yard. But then they had a 19-yarder and a 33-yard pass, 2 explosives. The thing we focused on, the absence of the explosive play the last month of the season, translated to a 3-loss finish. The explosive play is back. I haven't aggregated yet, but it's made a huge difference today.
What a pass by Castellanos to Skeet. 32-yard connection. The extra point is good. A big one up and in by Liam Connor. 17-14 Boston College. For every touchdown BC scores, Wegmans donates $100 to United Way of Massachusetts Bay and Merrimack Valley as part of the United We Score campaign. Wegmans, helping you live a healthier, better life through food. 12:22 left, fourth quarter. An 8-play, 72-yard McGovern Auto Group scoring drive took 3:59, capped off by the Castellanos 15-yard touchdown run. That's his 12th rushing score of the season. As McGovern Auto Group is McGovernAuto.com. From our lot to your driveway, our tools help you find a car quickly and easily. Terrific drive by BC.
Great drive by the Eagles, but one of the things that you should be proud of is that route that they hit Skeet on the big play there was the same route they threw earlier that he dropped earlier in the game. BC saw it was open, went back to it, had confidence in the young guy to go make a play. Love to see the young guys learn from the mistakes and take that and get better from it. So that's a great job by Skeet, making a big play from them, and Eagles going back to him.
He also, he ran underneath the defender. He got away. He got separation from the cover guy, and the safety was just off like another couple, 3-4 yards. So the first time, he was well defended. Probably should have caught the ball. That time, great route, good catch, excellent run after the catch.
He's a riser. No question he is going to be a big target next year for BC. Time on the field, the Eagles lead the 17th-ranked Mustangs of SMU 17-14 with 12:22 to play at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Has the record rainfall taken a toll on your home? Dealing with damage to your roof can be an overwhelming experience, but with Mighty Dog Roofing, you can rest assured that you're in good hands, whether it's the roof, gutters, or siding. With Mighty Dog Roofing, you're more than just a customer. You're our top priority. BC graduates and owners Tony Munchak and Amy Highland will help you restore your home to its former glory. Call Mighty Dog Roofing in Needham today, your home's best friend. Go Eagles!
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
We got a good one at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, Fenway Park. John Medeprell, Pete Cronin, Scott Mutrin. Kickoff by Connor Luton is a line drive scooped up at the 15, running east-west past the 30 to the 35, and then thumped down at the 36. As the returner was Jordan Hudson. An east-west return. And a first down for the Mustangs, who are sharing a sideline with the Eagles. SMU in shallow left field, BC shallow left center. Eagles in the maroon jerseys with the maroon pants and the gold helmets. SMU white jerseys, white pants with the blue piping, and the white helmets with the pony logo adorning them.
You know, BC's first game here was 1914. BC beat Norwich University.
How many tackles did you have in that one?
I was in only my second year, so I had limited time.
Wow, that is just mean. That'd talk about broadcast Festivus there.
It was too easy. I'm sorry. He's come to expect that. Jennings throwing off his back foot and incomplete. Boy, that was ugly. As Jennings got pressured, he was looking for Romello Brinson down the far sideline, throwing off his back foot. Good pressure by the Eagles, and you've been calling for that all year, Pete. BC had just 12 sacks this year.
Well, they had him hemmed in. Did a good job. Took away, really sharpened up the edges. Was crowded inside, no lanes. I got to get rid of this thing, he says. He throws it out of bounds.
Jennings shotgun on 2nd and 10 from the 35. Throwing this time to the near side, up for grabs for Jake Bailey and incomplete. Near side 32-yard line. Good coverage by Jalen Cheek.
Mute, you made a great observation. I'm going to give as much as we rip the referees for trying to unconsciously impact the outcome of a game.
It's happened a few times.
Yeah. Today, they're letting them play.
They're probably not ACC officials, that's why. Wait, I'm supposed to be off the air. I'm sorry, just kidding.
Wow.
I'm not wrong, by the way.
Festivus for the rest of us. 3rd down and 10. Jennings back to throw, eludes Chris Banks and stumbles at the 43-yard line. 8-yard gain for Jennings off the broken pocket. 2 yards shy of the first down. Banks had him, BC defensive tackle, and then he eluded Chris Banks to find 8 yards.
Net though, 4th down.
Yep.
In negative territory. I don't know how much of a riverboat gambler is she.
Lashley on 4th down this year was 15 of 24.
Minus territory.
Timeout.
Lashley take a page out of Boston College's playbook. You know, you got Hafley loves going for it in 4th down, and I think he was self-critical at the press conference yesterday that he was he probably in retrospect probably shouldn't have gone for it a few times when they did convert.
4th down and 3. I thought there was a timeout, but now maybe there isn't.
There's a lot of pump fakes out there on the TV guy. The guy in the red hat's getting his work in today. But yeah, I agree.
The previous play is under further review.
That's why. Play is under further review.
Well, in the zeitgeist, it's got to be done.
The what?
The what?
The zeitgeist.
For what?
It's got to be done. It's in the spirit of time. It's got to be done.
No, in the spirit of the time. That conjunction means a lot when you throw it in there. Somewhere OC is throwing a massive flag on you for that one.
That's a penalty mark. Now here's
I have a reputation to protect.
4th down and 3.
Festivus is coming out big time.
4th down and 3 at the 42 of SMU. We have a timeout on the field. Play is funded further for what?
Well,
spot. Spot.
Hey, hold on a second. Hey, since 1957, the Sullivan Group's worked closely with its clients to help them make the most appropriate insurance and risk management choices. As one of New England's largest independent and privately held insurance agencies entering their 3rd generation.
After review, the ball will be placed on the 42-yard line. It's still 4th down.
Entering their 3rd generation with the addition of John F. Andrioli and Owen Shea, the partners and the staff are committed to providing expert and consistent service to their clients. They do that to me all the time. Why don't you check them out at thesullivangroup.com.
Yes, they do it for everybody that they service at the Sullivan Group. And so there you have it, 4th down and 3. You heard Marcus Woods, the referee. The spot is the 42 of SMU.
Well, that is a huge series for Boston College. How many times have we seen them do something really positive offensively?
Well, you remember...
it's not a huge series yet.
No, you remember the first half, they had the 4th down conversion. Vinny DePalma scampers off the field for the Eagles. He's off. 4th down and 3 Ponies. Their second 4th down attempt of the day. From the shotgun. Going right to left. Play fake. Jennings throws, and no good. Incomplete. Incomplete at midfield. Broken up by BC's John Pupil. All New England safety. And there's multiple penalty markers. Flags are flying. You heard the audible groan from Scott Mutrin.
Well, that's because BC's going to get a personal foul taunting after the play, though. BC will have possession because it's a post-snap penalty, but just not a smart play by Hala. Hala's out there barking on the sidelines. BC's going to get the possession, but they're going to be back 15 yards, which is just inexcusable at that point in time. Can't do it.
Nope, I agree.
And Hala is one of those guys who's got a lot of potential.
The result of the play, the 4th down was not successful. It'll be 1st down Boston College. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, Boston College number 7. That's a 15-yard penalty. It'll be 1st down. That's number 7's first unsportsmanlike foul of the game.
Well, Pete, as you know, you got to play with the level of perspicuity in these situations, right? You can't just be out there all foggy and doing silly stuff. You got to play with a level of clearness.
I always was perspicuitous when I played.
You were what?
Perspicuitous.
There's another flag. There's another. If you're multiple flags.
If you're going to be wrong, just be wrong all the time. I respect that. The consistency is there.
The soggy dollar word of the game has been butchered. Oh my goodness. We've lost all control.
It was such a good broadcast.
Lost all control.
For 3 quarters.
My goodness, we have lost it.
Well, that's a word.
In whose book?
You know, and you know whose seat I'm sitting in? Jerry Remy's seat. The ghost of Jerry Remy is sitting here. We were laughing sideways. We were laughing sideways. Jerry, way to go, buddy. All right.
17-14 BC. Time of the field. Eagles football coming back after this with 11:07 left in the fourth quarter at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Eagles fans, do you have money questions? The team at Empower can help you tackle them so you have a clear understanding of where your finances are today and where they're headed. Plus, with the free Empower personal dashboard, you can link your accounts to see your net worth, plan for retirement, create budgets, and more. It's time to change the game and take control of your financial future. Are you ready to empower what's next? Make the right call at empower.com and get your free Empower personal dashboard today.
I'll tell you about the new Mass Millionaire Holiday Raffle from the Mass Lottery and how I feel about it. It's just $10 and here's what it includes. There's going to be weekly drawings of $20,000. Sweet! A $100 instant winner for every 100 tickets printed. Nice! And a $1 million top prize. Holy sleigh ride! So play the limited run Mass Millionaire Holiday Raffle today for just $10. Only from the Mass Lottery while supplies last. Visit masslottery.com for details. Must be 18 or older to play. Let's go!
BC football brought to you by Legal Seafoods. You can check out one of their 20 area locations or go to LegalSeafoods.com for more information. Now offering catering and takeout. Great spot for New Year's Eve. If it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. With Pete Cronin, the perspicuous one, Scott Butrid, I'm John Mita-Perrell. BC 17, SMU 14 with 11:07 left in the fourth quarter. A unsportsmanlike foul called on Sione Hala, BC linebacker from Los Angeles. Eagles would have had the ball. Much better situation for them, but they'll take it as they have it at the 43, the minus 43. It was a 15-yard hit after a good play by John Pupil that broke up a pass intended for the tight end. Handoff Kai Robichaux, who has a touchdown, past the 45 to the 46. Gang tackled by SMU, who, oh, by the way, hasn't lost since September 23rd when they fell to TCU. Prohibitive favorite in this one, but BC has played a terrific game. It's just a matter of finishing the deal, Pete.
Well, this is classic Boston College winning football. You know, you're ball controlling, you got the lead late, and you just keep the other offense off the field. And that's one thing that's going to jump out at us statistically is the explosiveness of SMU has really been held at bay.
BC has held the ball for 24 minutes. Handoff. East-west run, Robichaux past the 50 to the 45 to the 40 to the 30. Could go on his horse at the 20, inside the 20, and tackled at the 11. Kai Robichaux, first down and more for Boston College as Jahari Rogers saved the touchdown. BC back in business inside the red zone at the SMU 14. How do you like that? Eagles go to tempo, 3 wides left. Castellanos running east-west. Past the 10 to the 5 towards the end zone and in. Thomas Castellanos once again is the Eagle in the end zone. A 1-2 knockout punch perhaps. BC leads 23-14. Take a bow, Thomas Castellanos. Once again, you are outstanding.
Yeah, they really outstanding is probably the best descriptive. They run the ball over the right-hand side of the offensive line. Robichaux kind of goes into the scrum. It looked as though SMU thought he was down. All of a sudden, a burst of speed. He comes out the other side. It's a sprint. BC stays over the ball. Quick hurry up. Keeps SMU off balance. And Castellanos gets the ball off to the right-hand side. Dives into the end zone. But
what just happened? A missed extra point. Wide left. Liam Connor just missed the extra point. 9-point BC lead after the Castellanos touchdown. Capping off a 3-play, 42-yard drive was a 14-yard run by Castellanos. Before that, it was a 40-yard run by Kai Robichaux, who now has 76 yards. Castellanos has 124 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. But we all know what happens when there's a missed extra point. Makes for some dicey moments. Our drive summary is brought to you by McGovern Auto Group. McGovernAuto.com. McGovern Auto, from our lot to your driveway, our tools help you find a car quickly and easily. Time out on the field as BC leads number 17 SMU 23-14. It's been the Thomas Castellanos show in the late stages. Can the Eagles hold on? Come on back to find out from the Wasabi Fenway Bowl after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Tom's experience.
I was completely committed to buying a house. I just wasn't sure I could pull off a huge down payment.
At Cambridge Savings Bank, we know that your home buying experience will be unique. That's why our dedicated mortgage loan experts share your commitment, taking the time to truly understand your individual needs and working with you to find solutions that set you up for success. See how Cambridge Savings Bank can help you get home at cambridgesavings.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 543370.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
BC stunning number 17 SMU 23-14. There's 9:48 remaining in the fourth quarter. For every touchdown BC scores, you just heard one moments ago from Thomas Castellanos, Wegmans donates $100 to United Way of Massachusetts Bay and Merrimack Valley as part of the United We Score campaign. Wegmans, helping you live a healthier, better life through food. With Scott Mutrin and Pete Cronin, I'm John Mita-Perrell. Mute is our Red Dome Realty sideline reporter. You noticed a tendency, Mute, after the Kai Robichaux 40-yard run set up BC inside the red zone. They went back to a similar play, didn't they?
Yeah, interesting. BC's reaction off a big play is to get lined up really quick and see what the defense reacts to. BC goes huge, 3-bunch into the boundary to see if SMU reduces the box. They do. Both touchdowns for Castellanos long runs were both off of that same look, off a big play where they're running quarterback off that because they feel that they can get the edge. And their reaction to the quick tempo play is to come back with another play that they already have based on what the defense has lined up. Great job by the offense to get out there and great execution on both those long runs by Castellanos.
Castellanos has the most rushing touchdowns by a BC quarterback in a season with 14. Kickoff was a short one, fielded at the 28-yard line by Adam Moore, an up man. It's a first down Mustangs at their 28 with 9:48 left in regulation. BC 23, SMU 14. And Pete, we've said it all year about Castellanos. The numbers are piling up for him. He's well over 1,000 yards rushing, and man, if he can just develop a little more touch as a quarterback, he is going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Well, he's only a sophomore, so that tells you he's going to be back for more. And the things they worked on, just the things they worked on in the bowl practice, the extra 15 practices, trying to work on his ability to throw the ball from inside the tackles. That's a work in progress, but he's very effective. He's so effective when he's on the run and on the edge.
Play fake for Kevin Jennings out of the pocket. He'll run it now out of Castellanos' playbook, past the 30 to the 35 and out of bounds, far side. He's got about 6 yards, goes Kevin Jennings, their redshirt freshman quarterback. He's 21 for 36, 181 yards and a touchdown. They have only used one target for their outstanding tight end, Maynard, who might be hurt. R.J. Maynard. Interesting that he has not been on the field much. One of the best tight ends in the country. Second down, Jennings back to throw, rifles it, and it's caught at the 40-yard line. Pupil made the stop for BC on Jake Bailey. Close to a first down. 9:13 left in the fourth. BC 23, SMU 14, and it is a first down for the Mustangs. They go to tempo, running right to left. Chased out of the pocket by Akpala is Jennings, throwing and flips it out of bounds at the SMU sideline. Good pressure by Neto Akpala. He's going to be a guy to watch next year. He's always productive, isn't he?
Yeah, hard-working guy. You know, he was kind of lost in the depth chart coming into the season. That defensive end position, you know, you had Sheeta Salah out there. They had high expectations for him and overshadowed by him, but he hustled the competition on his team, ended up emerging as a starter, and is a cornerstone for them next year.
Second down and 10 throw by Jennings, and incomplete near sideline, threw it in no man's land. Good coverage by BC. Amari Jackson and KP Price provided it. Also good coverage by Kerry Johnson. But a third down situation, 3rd and 10 for SMU with under 9 to play. And the ball is at the 41 of SMU.
Well, you know, Pete has mentioned that BC's playing a lot of zone today, more than they normally play. Like to see it right there. SMU was expecting man coverage versus that look. BC was in a 3-high zone, forcing some miscommunication. The one thing you do like about zone is traditionally you're going to keep everything in front of you when you're playing with a 9-point lead. No big plays over the top.
SMU 8 for 14 on third down. Here they come out of the shotgun with pressure, and the Eagles bring down Jennings for a moment. Yes, they got him. In the grass, Cam Arnold brings him down. Kevin Jennings is sacked.
The field is forward. Progress was stopped.
First sack of the game for BC, coming at a key moment. Cam Arnold off the edge to bring down Kevin Jennings, a 4th down, and SMU will have to punt, trailing BC 23-14.
And Boston College is coming up with a huge defensive series there. And what occurs to me that this is a situation that SMU hasn't been in.
Correct.
Down by 2 scores, playing catch-up late in the game, blocked.
Almost blocked again. You're right, Pete, but it's a knuckleball punt by Bushevsky. BC brought the heat, takes a good roll for SMU, downed at the 18. You're right, they did bring pressure. The special teams have been a thorn in SMU's side. They've had trouble blocking BC, who did have a block kick and a block punt, 47-yard punt on the roll for Bushevsky.
Well, they've been so close every time SMU has tried to punt. It's an indication they really got something on them. In terms of their protection scheme.
Pete, it looks like they're overlording towards the side where the kicker likes to roll, the rugby style, that they're putting 4 guys over there, that they see something in that protection.
And they got a free run out of it. And they got a block, a near block right there.
All right, guys, under 8 minutes to play, 7:58, 4th quarter, BC 23, SMU 14. Could this be a clock-killing drive?
Needs to be.
Castellanos in the pistol, back behind him, Broom. Right underneath us, east-west run for Broom, past the 20 and tackled at the 25. He was productive. He got 7 yards. They stay on schedule. Stopped by Elijah Roberts, their all-ACC defensive end, but a 7-yard gain for Alex Broom, who's been a nice change-up for Kai Robichaux. Now Robichaux's back in. Robichaux's sitting at 9 carries for 77 yards. Huge 40-yard run on their last scoring drive.
And Pete, Meade, I'll take the other side of that. I think BC is going to look to try to hit a big play here. SMU's safeties are starting to get their nose in the box. They're trying to get down there to make a play in the run game. BC has an opportunity with no safeties deep to hit a big play-action play or beat them with the quarterback.
Second down, 3 throw. Left side, caught by Bond. First down and more, and out of bounds. Far side boundary. Lewis Bond.
Well, you know what happened there, Meade?
What happened?
That play they've run maybe 4 times today. They've got 0 yardage out of it. You know why? Because the receivers out there weren't throwing blocks.
Yep.
You got 2 blocks that freed the sidelines up, and as a result, you get a receiver just scooting up the sidelines, picking up the first down.
Bond with his 4th catch of the game. That was a 12-yard gain, Pete. Under 7 to play. BC at their 37-yard line, leading 23-14. Shotgun, 2 wides left, single wide right. Handoff Robichaux, straight ahead, seeks a hole, exploits one across the 40 to the 43. He's got 6 yards. Eagles doing a nice job staying on schedule on first down. 5 yards or more is optimal production.
How about the push up front right now?
Outstanding, playing without Christian Mahogany. They're all ACC guard. Take a bow, Logan Taylor, Kyle Hergel, Drew Kendall, Ozzie Trapillo, Kevin Klein. Thought it would be that type of game. Could they control the line of scrimmage? Time of possession, 26 for SMU 25 for BC. Castellanos on a QB draw, but he gets hit.
No room at the end.
3 tackles. And Castellanos paid for it with under 6 to play. Elijah Roberts was the first man through. Will be 3rd down and 4. Ball is at the 43 of BC.
Timeout. SMU, they're first of the half.
Rhett Lashley
30-second timeout.
takes the timeout.
Clock operator.
They have 2 remaining. BC hasn't used one yet. 5:41 left.
Please put 5:51 on the game clock.
Make it 5:51. Thank you, Marcus Woods. Celebrate this season with gifts, deals, and holiday feels. Find perfect presents for everybody and every budget. Hey, maybe if you're still searching for a Christmas present that you need, maybe for 2024, shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. We have a timeout on the field? No? Red Hat's not out there? All right, we're going to keep it right here. As BC leads SMU 23-14.
I'll give you a little tidbit here. You talk about explosives and how is Boston College, they were absent last month of the season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 8 explosive plays today, by definition. SMU, they have had a number of double-digit gains. Only one qualifies as an explosive, a 21-yard pass. So BC out-exploding SMU.
An offense which averages 41 points a game and has had 4 games this year of 55 points. 3rd down, Castellanos takes off, but he gets hit. After maybe a gain of 1, tackled by SMU, and that will be a punt situation now for BC. On 4th down, they will not gamble in minus territory with 5:35 left.
Got an injury.
Yeah, the injury is to the tackler, Kobe Wilson.
You would have liked to have seen BC eat the clock a little bit there.
That's what I was calling for. But
they're going to punt the ball, and now with as good as the special teams have been, they have shown they're a little susceptible in coverage. They need to shut down this return, create the long field, and force SMU into a position which was considered the key of the game. Get them out of their run attack, make the young quarterback beat you throwing the ball, and over the last couple of possessions, this has become primarily a pass-dominant offense.
4th down and 4, the Eagles will punt. We have a timeout, 5:35 left. BC 23, SMU 14. Neil Diamond resonates around Fenway Park, something you usually hear during baseball season. We'll take a timeout. Come on back to Fenway after this on the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
State Electric's commitment to client satisfaction and excellence drives them to deliver best-in-class electrical contracting services on time and on budget. With more than 30 years' experience executing the most challenging and complex commercial, utility power, rail transit, and low-voltage systems projects throughout the Boston area, State Electric gives their clients the peace of mind that they will deliver proven experience and powerful performance on every job. Let's go Eagles and light up the competition.
Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Call 877-SPORT-01 to start yours today.
Join the Boston College Gridiron Club, and they are here in force, folks, to support Boston College football Eagles. Benefits include home game tailgates, away game bashes, and unprecedented team and program access. Sign up today at bcfootballgridiron.com. Would this be considered a home game tailgate event or an away game bash?
I'm going to go home game.
Home game tailgate?
Yes, and I know they were out in force at Tico's across the street from Fenway
Technically,
Park.
this is an away game, though.
5 miles up the road. All right, you want to go 50-50? I'll go 50-50.
All right, what they do is you want to get close to the program. That's a great way to do it.
John Merlicina and Don Terrian doing a great job. Paul Criscione, of course, always
omnipresent.
Was in Brazil the last week. We hope you had fun there.
He was
with his lovely
He was down there.
girlfriend?
He was down there Mount Weaseling.
I'm not going to take that any farther, but I'll take your word for it.
Decoy. He was decoying.
That's a Soggy Dollar word of the game, brought to you by our good friends at the Soggy Dollar Bar, where it's always sunny and 80 degrees on Yost Van Dyke.
I might even throw a flag at myself.
I think that might be worthy of it.
Wow, the Mount Weasel just got butchered again.
We'll move on. Pete's now 0 for 3.
At least he's swinging. He's going down with a fight.
He is going down.
Just happy we kept it clean with Paulie Cristione. You just don't know when you're talking about him in Brazil what could happen.
Lauren DiLoretto into punt. 5:03 left. Fourth quarter. BC 23, number 17 SMU 14. DiLoretto from the 30 punts it towards the BC sideline and left center field, and it takes a good roll past the 20 and inside the 15 as they mark it down and out of bounds at the 14-yard line of SMU.
Great punt.
Good job by Lauren DiLoretto, WPI transfer. He's swapped duties with Candati all year. 43-yard punt, 42-yard punt, says Steve Ciaccio, our official statistician. Plus or minus 3 yards. First down, SMU, trailing by 9. The Eagles with 13 second-half points. SMU was up 14-10. Jennings back to throw, out of the pocket, looking, fires, and it is caught. Far sideline at the 23-yard line. A tightrope grab. Was pulled down by Keyshawn Smith, his second catch of the game. Miami transfer. BC defensive tackle Quan Williams is down. Eagles have had a few injuries. 4:39 left in the fourth quarter. They lead SMU 23-14. Here comes the BC training staff led by trainer Mike Vignew. Now Williams, maybe with a cramp, will walk off the field under his own power.
Coming into this game, Castellanos was third in the country for rushing yards by a quarterback. He may...
Scoreboard operator, SMU has 2 timeouts remaining in the half.
He may jump. He had 957 yards rushing on the season. He may climb that. Being third, he may end up moving up the ranks, but gives you an indication of what kind of a weapon he is on the ground. And now they're going to hone in on his passing skills, and could be a long, great ride for Eagles fans.
He has just the 6th 2,000-yard passing, 1,000-yard rushing season by an ACC quarterback since 1996. Impressive company. Malik Cunningham, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Woody Dantzler, and now Thomas Castellanos.
Chris Banks just tips the ball. Defensive tackle, 6'4", 280-pounder. Got a hand on the ball, incomplete pass.
3rd down and 6. Jennings in the shotgun, moving right to left, shadows of the right field end zone. 2 wides to the near, 2 wides to the far. Snapping near a hash. Jennings back to throw with some pressure, eludes it. Moving towards the 20, steps up, fires, and it's dropped at the 31-yard line. Big pop on the intended receiver. It was Cam Horsley there along with Jalen Cheek. The intended receiver was Johnson in the middle of the field, and he dropped it, but he felt the footsteps from Jalen Cheek, who laid the wood.
Footsteps. Sounds like Bigfoot coming through the woods.
4th down and 6. They're going for it. Trailing BC 23-14. 4:21 left in the fourth. Huge game-changing type play for the defense. Jennings with a flag down. Throws it deep for the receiver, and it is dropped at the 37-yard line. Dropped far side to Keyshawn Dixon. Good coverage by the Eagles, but there is a penalty marker. KP Price had coverage on Moochie Dixon.
Offside. Defense number 10, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
On 4th down and 6, Jalen Cheek, who made a great play moments ago, lines up in the neutral zone. And they'll repeat 4th down. My goodness, 4th and 1. SMU, ball at their 28. 4:15 remaining. BC leads 23-14.
Now it's you can just run a dive play and get a yard.
Jennings in the shotgun. Eagles showing blitz again. Jennings takes off trying to run east-west. He's got the first down. Past the 30 to the 31. He eluded a few tackles, but as Pete mentioned, that was just too easy on 4th and 1. It would have been 4th and 6 before that. But they give SMU new life with under 4 to play in the 4th. SMU scoreless in the second half. Jennings back to throw on tempo. Throws it deep near sideline, incomplete. Incomplete at the 38-yard line for Adam Moore, their backup tight end. Now their starting tight end with Maynard sideline.
Eagles doing a pretty credible job in the secondary against what was a pretty vaunted receiving core. Mentioned that these guys, 8 receivers over the season, averaged 26 catches each, and have really held these guys back.
How about a scoreless second half for SMU? Second down and 10. Jennings throws it incomplete in front of Jalen Cheek. Good pressure again by BC. Brought up the gut by Quan Williams.
Running the screen, and the idea is to let the defensive line rush the cornerback, get out of position, lose their angles to pursue, throw the ball over their heads, but the pressure just a little bit too much. Again, the pressure the freshman quarterback into bad throws.
Third down and 10 from the 31 of SMU. Jennings eludes the pressure right up the middle, running past the 40. He's got a first down, and now he's tackled at the 43. That's unfortunate. Another third and long gain. First down, SMU, and an injured BC defensive end, Edwin Kalange, is down. He blocked the punt earlier, and he's been productive bringing some pressure from the edge, but he is down. Banging his fists on the field. First down run of 11 yards for Kevin Jennings, who has 10 carries for 40 yards. He's thrown for 191 and a touchdown. He's 23 for 44. A grinder in the second half. Can BC hold on with 3:23 left?
Reset the game clock to 3:24.
Make it 3:24, says Marcus Worths. Thank you very much. 3:24 remaining in regulation. 23-14 BC.
Do you have what many yards they have on the ground?
Thank you.
SMU has a total of 118 yards on the ground.
And they're averaging 180 coming in.
BC has, conversely, offensively, has 226 rushing yards, thanks to Castellanos 124 and Robichaux's 83.
And they're 194 on average. So BC getting a little bit more productivity out of their run game. Again, the missing piece here has been SMU's explosiveness in the passing game, and BC's done a really good job. Although SMU has had their moments.
Credit to the coaching staff for coaching this team up in those 15 practices. Jennings back to throw, screen, and it's caught by Tyler Levine, who's been underutilized, but he's out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Got back to the original line of scrimmage. Levine's a good fullback, 220 pounds. Rumblings that the Patriots may be interested. And he hopes to get some postseason play as he goes to train. And across the middle, he just dropped a pass at the 46-yard line from Kevin Jennings, and he felt footsteps from Davion Crouch, linebacker.
That's what you get. You talk up on a guy.
Exactly. It's called the kiss of death. Third down at 10. 42-yard line of SMU, 2:55 remaining in the fourth, and BC leads 23-14. Three wides to the near. Jennings back to throw. Trying to elude pressure, he does. Still on his feet, throws it deep towards the home plate end zone. Up for grabs and incomplete. Double coverage for BC. It was Max Tucker and KP Price covering the intended receiver. And that was Dixon. So that was basically just a throw it up for grabs job by Kevin Jennings. And now it's 4th down and 10. Ball at the 42 of SMU in the waning stages of the game. 2:46 left.
Make them beat you passing the ball.
You got it. On 4th down, they're 2 for 3. And a timeout.
Timeout. Boston College. their first of the half. 30 seconds.
So there you have it. 2 timeouts left for both teams. Anxious moments for the Eagles as they try to win their first bowl game since 2016. BC and the Mass State Lottery have teamed up to honor hometown heroes. The program celebrates deserving individuals who have made a positive impact on their communities. Recognition of the honorees will be incorporated into select BC athletic events throughout the year. To nominate your hometown hero, please visit bit.ly/BC Home Hero. That's bit.ly/BC Home Hero. The Massachusetts State Lottery, $32 billion to communities since 1972. What do you got here, Pete, on 4th and 10? More pressure.
Yeah, something that gets you 11 yards if you're SMU. But on the other hand, Boston College, what they need to do is continue to contain pressure. You get pressure on Jennings without giving him an angle to beat you with his feet, converting on the ground.
The Eagles bringing pressure on 4th and 10. Jennings trying to elude it, throwing in the middle of the field. Incomplete. Well done again by the BC defense. Jennings throws it down Broadway, but incomplete. And the Eagles are exhorted off the field by their coaching staff. With 2:40 remaining in the fourth quarter, they have shut out SMU in the second half. Eagles, 13 unanswered points.
Now you got 2:40. You need a couple of first downs, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. A couple of first downs. You got yourself probably, I'm going to call this a signature win if they can pull it out.
No question.
This is a game changer on so many levels. But 2:40 left. Eagles got to hold on to the ball. They got to execute. They got to eat the clock. And like I said, I cannot tell by the scoreboard here at Fenway Park what inning it is or how many timeouts SMU has.
It's the 8th inning with 2 timeouts left.
2 timeouts. I see it now.
2:40 left in the ball game. I kid because I love. Thomas Castellanos on his feet, out of the pocket to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, sliding at the 14. Castellanos has a 28-yard run. Man, has he been a magician. Simply superb. Thomas Castellanos, take a bow.
That's a jackrabbit run right there. Gets into the hole, gets a big block. Who's he going to get? Who's he got the big block from? Kai Robichaud, a running back who's willing to throw a block, knocks the linebacker back. You got a quarterback, jackrabbit style, jump cut behind the block, and he breaks for daylight, and he picks up 28.
Yep, it just goes to show you, Pete. Never doubt Thomas Castellanos, especially when you give him 15 more practices to prepare. Ball's at the 17. Castellanos up the middle, now towards the right, running east-west and pushed out of bounds at the 12. He's got 5 yards. After that 24-yard gain, it's a 5-yard run for the shifty 5'10 quarterback, who has 20 carries for 153 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. A select list that I told you earlier. Malik Cunningham, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Woody Dantzler.
He's got how many? 150 what?
He has 153 yards rushing.
Against the 17th ranked team in the country with a superlative defense that gives up on an average 111 per game.
1:42 left in the fourth quarter. BC knocking on the SMU door, up 23-14. Eagles have dominated the second half. Hand off Robichaud straight ahead to the 11. What a great launching point for BC to 2024. They're 95 seconds away from
SMU.
arguably the biggest upset of the bowl season thus far.
1:37 on the game clock.
When you peel it all back, which we will, this really, despite the statistical imbalance, this game really was one that Boston College had every opportunity to win, and they rose to the occasion. The one thing that I think I noticed about great game plan.
Yep.
All right, let's start with the coaches.
Offensive coordinator Steve Shimko, Rob Chudzinski
did a great game plan. All right. Number 2, just the kind of the intensity level that Boston College came on the field with, as compared to that, or the what I perceived as an absence of it from SMU, and the fact that Boston College kept the pressure on against a team that, frankly, with the exception of their 2 losses versus Oklahoma and TCU, probably never had to deal with pressure because they were scoring 40 points a game. So you got a team that's not used to get them uncomfortable, get them off balance.
That was a great observation you made earlier in the second half about SMU not being in this situation for the last 9 games.
And they were freezing their buns off on the sidelines.
That too.
They're going using sign language to the bus driver. Start the engines, warm them up.
Warm up the shuttle for Dallas.
Well, don't forget, guys, they haven't seen a team like BC that's going to put 7 offensive linemen with a physicality in the run game where they're playing in the AAC. It's
play
not
clock operator, please reset the play clock to 25.
And we saw that last night too with Tulane against Virginia Tech.
And that's but here's the thing with like BC they have to understand is BC, even if you stop them a couple times running the football, they're going to stay with it and continue to run the football.
3rd down and 4 for the Eagles at the plus 11, straight ahead, grinding it with Robichaux with 90 seconds left. 1 timeout remaining for SMU. Will they take their last one? There's a stoppage.
SMU has used their final timeout of the half.
There it is.
Where did they get to?
Coming into this game,
87 seconds left in the ball game. BC up 23-14.
129 on the
coming into
clock,
the season, offensive coordinator, the brains of the outfit, Rob Chetinsky,
thank you,
said we need to have an identity. And they create an identity through patience and persistence. They're going to become go back to the old school downhill run team, which they are. They're more than that, but that's kind of their bread and butter. And they had a stretch there where people had a hard time beating them. Then in the end, a couple things happened. Number one, they became less explosive, and teams they matched up against were willing to go toe-to-toe with them and be more physical than they were on the line of scrimmage. There's the difference today is Boston College, in retrospect, has been dominant up front against a very good defense.
Yep.
And SMU came in here implying, hey, we're going to go toe-to-toe with BC. We're going to get into a fist fight with them. We're going to turn it into a brawl. They want a brawl, we'll give them a brawl. Guess what? BC won the brawl.
No question about that. And that's been the tone for them all year when they won those 5 straight. The last win was against Syracuse at the Dome, November 3rd. It was all about a brawl for them in that 5-game win streak when they beat Virginia and they beat Army. Castellanos takes off, trying to reach forward past the 10. Looks like he's got the first down.
Look at the ball. Ball was out, but they're going to call him down.
It was a 4th down and 1 at the 9-yard line with 83 seconds left. And a first down for BC, and that will do it. That will do it for Boston College. SMU out of timeouts. The ball is at the 9. 80 seconds remaining after Castellanos just picked up the first down. And why not let him handle the ball and do his magic? 155 yards rushing, 102 passing on 11 of 18 completions. He threw a pick inside the red zone, but it's not going to matter.
The previous play is under further review. The ruling on the field was a first down.
And it's a first down, but they're going to take a look at it on 2 fronts. 1, is it a first down? 2, did he fumble the ball? And if he did fumble the ball, SMU would be given possession. But I don't think, let me see here.
Well, we do not have an advantage of a television or a booth. We're watching the center field scoreboard.
Is there a...
and we're not going to see the replay, unfortunately.
Is there a 9-point play in football?
There's not a 9-point play in football.
Not here in the United States.
Not yet. Not yet, no.
It's going to come in with the moving goalposts.
Might come in with the XFL this year.
A 9-point play? You never know. And as the rain begins to come down once again.
Yes, stopped during the second half, but now in 66 seconds left is Mr. Brightside is played at Fenway Park. To the faithful Boston College fans, you're familiar with that at Alumni Stadium. And either way, Pete, as this play continues, the review continues. Let's hear from Marcus
After
Woods.
further review, the ruling on the field stands.
First down.
First down, ball game.
All right, do you kick a field goal? Rub it in? No, of course not. You're going to play him next year.
No, you're going to Dallas
next year. Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
No, he won't do it. I know Jeff Halley has
not his style.
A lot of respect for Rhett Lashley.
Not his style.
But what a performance! I think both of us, and Mute was more optimistic than us, but both of us looked at this as a really tough game.
Hope is a good thing, boys. Maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.
It was a terrific performance all around by BC, especially in the second half. When you shut out SMU,
that'll get some eyes.
That will turn a lot of heads. Castellanos in the second half, of course. Castellanos takes the knee in victory formation as the clock continues to wind. 37 seconds remaining towards BC's Wasabi Bowl victory. 23-14 will be your final. Castellanos starts congratulating SMU defenders, and he will be your Wasabi Fenway Bowl MVP, or he should be. We don't know that officially yet, but we assume that will be the case. That's a no-brainer.
He might be bowl season MVP. I mean, he's as good as we've seen up to this point.
If he played well, BC was going to win. Castellanos, another knee, and that will do it. Jeff Halley, take a bow. Boston College, take a bow. You have upset SMU. Your final at the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. BC 23, SMU 14. The Eagles storm onto the field as they are celebrating, and they should be. Everybody should take one big collective bow. BC 7 wins for the first time since 2018 as they improve to 7-6, and they end the 9-game SMU win streak. The Ponies fall to 11-3. Castellanos and Halley embracing at midfield.
Happy days in Eagleville, and they don't have to hop in a plane to fly home.
Just take that 5-minute bus ride down Beacon Street.
Now, that's a great stepping off point right there, Meat.
It is.
You know, you look at this on so many levels. I'm going to go out on a limb, not much of one. This is Jeff Halley's signature win.
I agree.
For his career here at Boston College, this is one you can turn a program around with. And such the good energy, the good mojo, the positiveness, the effort, the preparedness, everybody involved did their part. Coaches did a great job. Players did a great job. Staff did a great job.
Let's go down to Scott Mutryn with Jeff Halley.
Coach, tremendous second half effort by your ball club. Excuse me. How about the effort of Thomas Castellanos right there on offense? Just him in the second half. We'll get to the defense next.
It's incredible. He's one of the best players in the country, and people are going to have to look out for him next year, that's for sure.
Defensively, you shut out the number 17 team in the country, no points. You guys played with heart. You got to the quarterback. You made plays in the secondary. Probably your most complete game defensively with a whole bunch of new guys. How about that effort for your boys?
It's incredible. Great job by the defensive staff. Great effort all around. This is what we needed. This brings momentum in the next season.
And how do you feel, buddy? At the end of the year, you got the fam down here ready to see after a great Christmas.
Unbelievable.
Congrats.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
No, he's great. He's great, and it's an emotional time for him. As he knew that not many people expected them to win this game, Pete. Probably zero, for that matter, around the country.
I write that little blog, and I basically said at the end of my weekly blog is, no one gives these guys half a chance. The only people who matter are the guys in the locker room.
Yeah, that was great.
And them giving themselves a chance.
Yep.
It's clearly they did. They came here with an effort in mind, and it paid huge dividends.
I think something came together in those 15 practices. They became more cohesive. They became better. They became maybe matured a little bit more. Their offense got more confidence. The defense got more confidence. That was such an essential part of what this win means to them. And Jeff Halley told us a couple days ago at the BC Athletics show that you can't underestimate what those practices mean. It's an extra stanza.
It's a spring. It's another spring.
Right.
And what they were able to do is they were able to. The first, you treat the bowl game like a regular game in terms of your commitment to practices, a number of them. You don't even think about your opponent on the player level for 10 of those practices. So what are you doing? You're working fundamentals. You bring the next generation along. You're giving young guys who didn't get reps more reps. You're working working people into positions maybe they haven't played. You're making adjustments on the defense. The big adjustment, all over, but big adjustment today was they moved Cam Arnold to outside linebacker, Vinny Tapama to middle linebacker, and Sion Hala to outside linebacker, where traditionally they had not listed and two outside linebackers. So there's a shift. So now they're putting Vinny in the middle, Cam Arnold, and Sion Hala outside. It's a different look for the opponent. Oh, wait a minute! Surprise, surprise! We did something different. There's a wild card. We weren't looking for that, SMU. So I mean, just the fact that the way they approached this thing and the result, this wasn't an accident.
Nope, not at all. They approached it the perfect way they had to. They were extremely well coached throughout those 15 practices. That was clear today as they shut out SMU in the second half. They win the Wasabi Fenway Bowl 23-14 with 13 unanswered. And Thomas Castellanos, your player of the game, 156 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 102 yards passing. He was superb. They're awaiting the trophy presentation of the Wasabi Fenway Bowl. We'll take a timeout, come right back to Fenway Park. Eagles beat SMU 23-14. This is the BC Sports Network from Learfield.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Eagles fans, do you have money questions? The team at Empower can help you tackle them so you have a clear understanding of where your finances are today and where they're headed. Plus, with the free Empower personal dashboard, you can link your accounts to see your net worth, plan for retirement, create budgets, and more. It's time to change the game and take control of your financial future. Are you ready to empower what's next? Make the right call at empower.com and get your free Empower personal dashboard today.
Your home for the Eagles. This is the Boston College Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Eagles fans, Bertucci's has been around your neighborhood for decades, serving up those famous freshly baked rolls, delicious brick oven pizzas, pastas, calzones, and more using the freshest ingredients. We've got everything you need to host your next tailgate party and pizzas to keep you fueled throughout the year with 26 locations in Massachusetts to take care of your party needs. For more details, check us out at Bertucci's.com. Bertucci's Brick Oven Pizzeria, where food is handcrafted from the heart.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletic season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L